Billy, did you get your hair cut?
No, I dyed the tips invisible.
Yeah! Right.
Say the line, Bart.
There we go. Pardon my take. YouTube, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Best podcast in the world. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. On today's Pardon My Take, we have a twofer for the people. Justin Thomas, straight off his Ryder Cup victory. Great interview with him, catching up on the golf world, talking about the Ryder Cup. And then we have CM Punk in studio. A little teaser for the people. CM Punk said some things that could end up in the news because he told us some stories.
The news.
The news. We have Week 4 NFL preview, Thursday Night Football, PFT's iStream, which was electric. And then we have Fantasy Lads and Firefest of the Week. And we're brought to you by our friends at Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's, the best place in the world to watch games. This fall, Dave & Buster's has more ding, ding, ding games, TV, menu, drinks. The drink towers are the best ever. Dave & Buster's. Go check out a Dave & Buster's. We went there a couple weeks ago. It was absolutely awesome. So go check it out. Add more ding, ding, ding to your game day with more food, more drinks, and more screen only at Dave & Buster's. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Dave & Buster's. Go check out a Dave & Buster's right now. Get more ding, ding, ding. Watch all the football this year at Dave & Buster's. Today is Friday, October 1st. And Billy, did you get a haircut?
I actually was trying to shave my head.
Wait, are you serious?
You blew it,
Is this
Billy.
is that
well,
serious?
No, he's telling the joke, but he wasn't ready for it yet.
He wasn't ready.
He has a new joke, but he wasn't ready for it. He had to compose himself, and then he's
like, we have to talk about PFT showing his eyes, and I still led with this because I wanted to give you your
Wait, Billy, don't say it. Stop talking, Billy.
All right, let's do it again.
All right,
here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Dave & Buster's. Today is Friday, October 1st, and Billy, did you get a haircut?
I was halfway through shaving my head and I chickened out.
Wait,
that's his joke. That's his new joke.
God damn it.
That's the joke. I think it's.
God damn it. Give the
sweet.
people what they want.
Oh, you want the hits?
Yes, play the hits.
Okay.
Billy, did you? All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Dave & Buster's. Go check out Dave & Buster's. More ding, 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 ding. Today is Friday, October 1st. And Billy, did you get your hair cut?
No, I dyed the tips invisible.
Yeah! Right.
Say the line, Bart.
There we go. Dude, you got to just go with your line over and over.
I could have just gone, cut all of them, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
I like that Billy's so committed to the stolen valor lifestyle that he got the Marine Corps haircut.
Yes.
That's nice.
I get one haircut a month, and it's going to be close.
Yes. All right, and I'm always going to ask you for the line.
I thought you got all of them cut, Billy.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some real stuff. We had Thursday Night Football. We had a stream that was electric. PFT showed his eyes.
Yeah, I dumped the girls out. I went free balling tonight, Big Cat.
Yeah, it was. So if you didn't watch. Go subscribe to our YouTube on Pardon My Take YouTube, because PFT might flip out the eyes at any moment.
You never know. You think people are going to be able to tell when we're doing the show and when the girls are out and when they're back in?
Let's give it a shot. Let's see.
Right.
No, don't say.
Right.
Just,
I'm going to say 3 words.
Yeah.
And then without looking, before the YouTube comes out, reply to the original Pardon My Take tweet, and we should put up a poll. Which
3 words?
Okay, ready? I'm going to say Uber, Chowder, Patriots.
Okay, tell us which one. But it was electric. It was actually awesome. The AWLs were incredible. 305. We were trying to get between 305 and 306,000, and for 2 minutes, and we were like a minute and a half in, and it got all the way down to 305.02.
305
held the line.
02. We held diamond hands. The AWLs have diamond fucking hands, and I appreciate it. But it's not weird.
No, it's not weird.
It's just normal now.
Yeah, it's just normal. So he'll sometimes have them on, sometimes have them off.
Normalize.
Yes, exactly. Put that down. Write that down. Right on his. That you should just walk around. Maybe have it as your license plate or a tattoo.
Bumper sticker, Pinterest dream board.
Yeah, whatever.
You name it.
We did have some football. It was actually a very good game. Trevor Lawrence has officially arrived in the NFL. He played very well.
He played well.
No, I think this was officially his first game.
He feels like a Thursday night quarterback. But I do want to say to all the people being like, Bengals, Jaguars, ooh, who's watching that? Fuck you. I say it every year.
Yeah.
If you don't love me at my Bengals, Jaguars, you don't deserve me at my Bucks, Patriots.
You can say, though, like I say the game stinks, but I'm still going to watch every second and enjoy it.
Yeah, and you know what? Usually the games that we think are going to suck on Thursday nights, they end up being pretty good, with the notable exception of last week of Mills Mafia.
Yes.
We were wrong about that.
We were very wrong about
Hand
that.
up.
I thought Trevor Lawrence played well. It seemed like they were running Clemson's offense. He had, I think, did he have 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown? I mean, it wasn't like wow stats, but he didn't throw an interception.
No, he played well.
He played well. Joe Burrow played great. Joe Burrow looked awesome. His drive to tie the game was incredible. The drive to win with the field goal. My biggest question here is, Urban Meyer, what are you doing, dude?
Urban Meyer doesn't like coaching football. It was pretty apparent. Like, in the first half, on a first down, the Bengals get a first down, and Urban Meyer just doubles over with his hands on his knees. I think he might be dead right now. He looks like he's miserable out there all the time. I don't know why he does it to himself.
Well, here's what I'm confused about. So Urban Meyer, at the end of the half, basically kind of changes the momentum. The Jaguars have a chance to go up 21-0. They get stopped at the goal line. I like the aggressiveness, okay? You're an 0-3 team. You're trying to get your first win. You're playing a great half. Step on their throats. Score. Go into the halftime 21-0. Pretty difficult to come back from 21-0 down. So that's aggressive. That's good. That's an 0-3 team trying to get their first win. Flash forward, you get to the fourth quarter, 4th and 4 at the 50 with 5 minutes left. You punt and you never get the ball back. Like, if you're going to be aggressive one spot, be aggressive the whole time. You're 0-3. You're not a good football team. You're trying to get your first win as NFL coach. Do it, man. Just do it.
You know me, Big Cat. I'm a big numbers guy. I believe in what the computers tell me.
Yes.
The computers said that Jacksonville was going to gain plus 5 percentage points if they went for it on that
4th and 4?
down. Yeah. So I don't know what computer that was. I know earlier today, I think who was it that said Joe Judge, I think, said Bill Gates, a spreadsheet never won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Which is a fact, but Paul Allen was a co-founder of Microsoft, and I think he won a Super Bowl.
He did win a Super Bowl.
We're going to ignore that. I think I saw Will
R.I.P.
Brinson tweet that out. Credit to Will on that.
Also, we had Nick Saban doing that tonight. He was going after the analytics guys.
Yeah, analytics guys, you're on notice, right? Computer folks.
Let me get Saban's quote. Saban was on one, as they say tonight. Saban said, where is it? He doesn't trust some guy who sits at a computer and never played football.
Yeah.
I'm not an analytics guy, is what Saban said.
It sounded like a direct shot at us, personally.
Yeah, he also says, Miss Terry always wants to blitz more.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the aggressiveness. But you're right, when it comes to Urban Meyer, if you're going to go for it at the end of the game, go for it in the fourth quarter to put them away.
Just do it. Do it.
What's going on over there? We got giggles coming from Hank and Bubba. I always think they're making fun of us.
That's a great line from Miss Terry.
Miss Terry wants to blitz more. I love whenever a football coach is like on his weekly radio hit or TV appearance. He's like, yeah, my wife thinks that we got to be more aggressive with the guys.
I'm not also convinced that it's not just like inner monologue of himself that he says.
Well, and also it's a great...
he wants to blitz more.
Yeah, well, it's also a great way to be like, you take whatever the fan base really wants and then you put it on your wife and you're like, she's the smart one.
You know what's crazy is that, what if Miss Terry just doesn't even exist?
Oh.
Because think about it. Her name is Mystery. That's fucking
Pickup
wild.
artist.
Yeah. But he should blitz more.
Yes, definitely blitz
the
more.
record.
But a good game. The Bengals, I can't... So I think the Bengals are frisky. I can't say they're good because they did lose to the Bears, who are a dumpster fire.
What did you call Jay Cutler? Did you call him Mr. Second Half or Mr. Fourth Quarter?
Mr. Fourth Quarter.
Okay, I think Joe Burrow should be Mr. Second Half.
Okay, that's fine.
He was
cool with that.
He was lights out in the second half. He came out. He took control.
He was great.
I think we can stop questioning whether or not he's going to be able to step into throws as he's getting hit.
Yep.
Because he did that a few times, pulled his big old nuts out.
Yeah, he looked awesome, and Taj Boyd was awesome, and obviously
Chase was cash.
Cash, always cash. Anytime you want.
The ATM.
Yeah, but the Bengals. The Bengals, I think, are officially on frisky watch.
Yeah, who's more frisky, the Bengals or the Panthers?
Ooh, I think the Panthers, if the Panthers beat the Cowboys, they might graduate to good.
Yeah.
So they're frisky right
Correct,
now.
but they're on the precipice of
I think
being
the
good.
Bengals just joined the Panthers in the frisky watch.
Okay, let's do a look ahead. Whose line is it anyway? Neutral field, Bengals, Steelers.
Well, it was 2.5 last week. So neutral field, I mean, it's probably a pick 'em. I guess it depends on if TJ Watt's playing.
Okay.
Probably if TJ Watt's playing, maybe Steelers -1 is what I'd make it.
I don't know.
Because I do make the lines.
I like the Bengals.
Shout out to everyone who tried to win the Larry hoodie tonight. Next week we'll come up with something better so that people can get it. Sorry. It's not us, it's Larry. Larry picked the Bengals.
We're going to have a word with Larry after
Larry
this.
is a fuckhead.
He's
the
on
new one
notice.
is a bitch too. What?
Do I have to eat them?
No. That was if the alt line hit of Jaguars -21.5. Billy, before we get to the weekend preview, well, anything else from this game?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, all the primetime games this year have been awesome.
Yes, they have.
I'm very excited about
Except
the
last
well,
week
no,
and also when the Bears played.
all of them have been awesome.
Yeah. Billy, your milk budget. It's October 1st.
So I did the calculations.
You don't have receipts?
5 weeks, I'm giving it. On average, I had 2
So this is
gallon.
just totally made up.
It's not made up.
Okay.
I thought he said for the month of September.
And
Now
also,
you're just
How
tossing
many
an extra
months
week in
have
there.
5 weeks in them?
And you also just said
Well,
on average. So
on
that means
average.
that's made up.
Yeah, Billy's brain is like the bodybuilding.com
So
where they
two-
argue over how
Yeah.
many days are in a week.
This wasn't a hard
I
exercise,
drank a
was it?
lot of milk.
You
I
could
drank
have
a lot
just
of milk.
bought. You could have just gone to the store like 3 times.
I
and got
have
receipts.
mental
Could have
math.
just taken pictures.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, all my receipts had like tons of stuff on it,
Right.
like like prosciutto and stuff.
Okay.
I,
tons of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
So-
the usual groceries.
Billy-
milk and prosciutto.
Billy might be the best
Ramen.
person in the entire world at taking the easiest possible tasks and making them the most complicated tasks.
do you want the breakdown of
Yeah,
how
sorry,
much milk?
give it to us. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
So I had 10 gallons of milk this month that I bought in gallon jugs, and then on Wednesday nights I like to get some like really good cookies, and then I get the cream line Ronnie Brook milk.
What does this have
Yeah.
to
Which is
the
$5. Yeah, $5
Okay.
liter.
Okay.
I get 2 of them a week.
Okay.
So all in all, we're at around, we'll call it even $100.
Okay. That was so complicated and like here's what I'm gonna say right now. Here's your $100 for this month. Next in October, I will continue to pay it, but I need documentation.
Okay.
If you provide it, I will give you. Well, I'll pay for it. If you don't, you have to give me the $100 back.
Okay.
Do you
You
understand
need
it?
exact documentation?
I just-
But the thing is, when I go to
just
the
fucking
store,
Save the
Yeah.
receipt, Billy.
but when I go to the store, the receipt has a bunch of other stuff on
no,
it.
But
part-
you can still save that piece
Yeah,
of paper, though.
But I don't even need the paper. Part of the funny part of this whole experiment was you were to come in October 1st and
I
be like,
had the numbers.
This month I drank 14 gallons of milk.
I'll tell you exactly how much I
How
did.
much?
So I did
Gonna do
10,
average again.
10
He's gonna average
liters,
again.
10
He's
liters
gonna do
plus
average.
10 gallons. 10 pints plus 10 gallons.
10 pints plus 10 gallons. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how much I drank.
Okay.
Just do me a favor, Billy. Just don't throw out any receipts so we don't go through this. We're absolutely going to go through this again on November
Yeah, yeah.
1st.
I counted them in my
%.
head.
You know what? Just tweet me
I
the
think I-
picture. Take a picture of the milk you buy every single time and tweet it at
Make
me.
a thread.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, make a
Okay.
thread. Make a milk thread.
I'll make a milk thread.
All right. Beautiful. Good job.
Okay, I dropped the ball on this one.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry,
This
I
was
counted in my
to
head.
be expected. Yeah. Yeah. I think Hank is just you lost Hank.
Hank's just staring at
He's
Billy
just
like,
what the
There was a lot of milk content.
yeah, paid for itself.
It did. All right, let's get to the weekend preview. Okay, before we get to the weekend preview, quick word from our friends at Cross Country Mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage is much like us at Barstool. People first group of people. They are dedicated to the fundamentals of mortgage lending, which results in a fast, convenient, and less stressful home financing or refinancing experience. Rates are unbelievably low. Don't pay the bank for more money than you need to. Also, if you're a homeowner right now and you're looking to refinance, refinancing is very easy when you talk to Cross Country Mortgage. So the rates are all-time low. They may never get this low again. You got to act now. Call today for a fast, free rate quote. Our partners will save you a lot of money. Call today, and our friends at Cross Country Mortgage will give you a free home valuation that is free to you just for calling. Just like the all-star athlete, Cross Country Mortgage pushes themselves through the entire lending process. If they get blocks, they figure out ways around to get the ball over the line. Don't miss the window as rates are expected to creep up. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool to learn more about your future home buying experience or refinance your current mortgage. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029. All loans subject to underwriting approval. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Okay, week 5. It is Henry Lockwood's week. Week 4. I was thinking college football. Week 5. NFL week 4.
Every week is Henry Lockwood week.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, you,
in my book, he's back.
You main charactering it?
Yeah.
Main character syndrome?
TFW.
Okay, so Hank, give us your thoughts going into this weekend. The Goat Bowl is what Edelman called it on Inside the NFL. He also said both these guys want to win the game.
That's good analysis.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you were wondering at all about that,
Well, also, if
wonder no more.
Yeah, if you're curious, this game will be exclusively played only by Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. No other players will be.
That
in
would
this
actually
game.
be funny if they just said if it was just Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. It was like a game of tag.
I think that Bill Belichick could beat Tom Brady in a foot race. I think that's a
I don't think
possibility.
so. That would be so funny to watch, though.
It'd be like Charles Barkley racing Dick Bavetta.
Yes.
And then they kiss each other on the lips at the end.
That would be good. So my understanding going into this game is I'm taking the Bucs in this game, not for my official picks, which we'll have Jake update in a second, but you know the old saying, like, it's not personal, it's just business? That's true for Belichick, and it's the reverse for Brady. It's personal for Brady, it's business for Belichick. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a little bit personal. He won't say it is, but I'm sure it is.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, no, you might be a little bit. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both, like a trip to the Cayman Islands. You're there to like check out your new tax hideout, but at the same time, you're going to catch some time on a jet ski.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really emotional. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's one of those things like, when people die, or it's like, why don't they give people their flowers when they're still here? It's cool that Brady's going to get that recognition, that love when he's still a player. Obviously, you wish he was still in the Patriots, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like – I just think it's going to be really emotional. There's going to be a lot of good videos, a lot of good memories, a lot of trips down memory lane. The coming home video is going to be awesome. And I do agree with you that the Bucs are probably going to kill the Patriots.
Do you think they're going to –
the Bucs are sick.
Yeah. Oh, they are sick. That's right.
And no Gronk.
Do you think they're going to hold anything back on the video in case Tom Brady comes back to Foxborough in 8 years' time, still playing for the Tampa Bay Bucs?
No.
But it's a thought.
Is it official that they're doing a welcome home video like the Kyrie Irving?
I would assume.
Or it was it was Isaiah Thomas when they had that video ready to go, and he came back to the Garden like 6 times and never got the video. Are they actually making a video? Or are you just assuming that the Patriots video staff has put together a montage?
Yeah, I'm assuming that. It's a fair assumption, I'd say.
It's one of those like sports rule moments, like when storylines in sports all come together, and it's like this is going to be a cool moment. No, like you don't have a pulse if you don't think that this is going to be cool to watch and see Brady go against Belichick for the first time, and Tom Brady potentially beat all 32 teams, which is maybe the coolest record out there. I don't think that's ever been done.
Did Brett Favre
by a
do it?
quarterback? I don't know if Brett Favre did it. That's a good question. Can we find that out, Jake? He did not. He did.
No, I'm pretty sure that was a big deal when
he did
do it that they talked about.
No,
Okay.
but there's a new team or something.
Oh,
There's some type of like.
no, not since Brett Favre.
No, because the Texans would be the last team. Pretty sure he whooped the Texans.
He might have. Yeah, he might have done that. But either way,
Tom Brady can join Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Brett Favre.
okay, so it's been done. Okay,
Yep.
all right. So that ruined that.
It's still cool though. I think
It's honestly not as cool. I'm going to be honest with you. It's
your
not as
initial
cool.
point, I think, still stands that it is cool to be like, yeah, I've got every single pelt on my wall.
Yeah. Shit. I should have thought.
So,
Drew Brees.
I mean-
that was a good trivia question that we could have saved.
Imagine if you're McCorkle Jones, though, going into this game.
Yeah.
This is a big time. The moment might actually be too big for Mac Jones because he's obviously a rookie quarterback, and he feels like he's got a lot of responsibility taking over this franchise. Just like not ever being in the same building as Tom Brady, but just knowing that he's been entrusted to try to take over that legacy from Tom Brady.
Yep.
But then getting to see it up close and personal when you're going to have every fan at the stadium that's rooting for you also give a standing ovation to the guy that was there before you and is coming in to kick your ass.
And everyone's always going to compare your career and how you do against that guy. I wonder, do you think Tom Brady will pat him on the head? What do you think that's interaction is going to be? Like a who are you?
No, it'll just be like a quick. I don't think there will be much. Great game.
Do you think Belichick and Brady will have a long embrace?
Not long. They'll embrace. They'll hug.
They'll hug it out.
Love you.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a pretty
Good luck
quick.
out there.
It'll be a quick embrace.
It'll be an embrace and like a shoulder. They each touch the other person's like top shoulder.
Yeah, what's going to happen is there's going to be like a
I love it 'cause I can
slight
see it.
physical contact, and then after the game, they're going to ask Belichick about it, and he's going to be like, yeah, we talked earlier in the week, and I'm going to leave what was in that conversation between Tom and I.
Yep.
There'll probably be some
And
pregame.
Tom
There'll be
Brady's
some
dad will say
pregame
everything.
laughs.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, it'd be like Belichick said, "Fuck you, Tom."
I could see there being some pregame laughs that they cut to during the broadcast.
Yeah, this is them 4 hours before standing at the 50-yard line. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
My
You're absolutely
prediction
right.
is they cover their mouths so no one can lip read what they're saying.
McDaniels will definitely be with Brady beforehand.
They'll bring out like a special blue injury tent just for that pregame introduction to each other, so that nobody can see at all what happened there.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool though. What do you got, Billy?
After Kraft's comments on Belichick recently, how do you think Kraft's going to play into the dynamic?
What were his comments?
He
Are you
said-
talking about the book that's
Yeah.
coming out? So that
Yeah,
technically weren't his comment. Like those are all
Alleged
Yeah,
comments?
he wasn't on record on any of these, but yeah.
Hypothetically, if they were true, do you think Kraft's going to be warm to Brady and be like, sorry, things worked out how they did, or how do you think he's going to play in the whole role?
Good question, Billy.
I think Kraft might mouth kiss Brady.
I mean, Kraft's not going to be on the field. Like,
You don't think he's going to say hi to Brady?
I'm sure he will. I don't think. Again, those comments are alleged, so I don't think they're going to really acknowledge them.
I bet they'll go out to dinner the night before. Honestly.
I think Robert Kraft, we're going to see something special out of in the booth. He's going to wear his nicest blue shirt with a white collar on it. He knows that this is a big moment for him and for the franchise.
And there might be a special guest in his suite, so that you guys all recognize.
Roger Goodell.
No, that would be funny. Dave Portnoy, I think.
Really?
Might be. I don't know if I was allowed to say that. Probably bleep that. Yeah, bleep it. Yeah, we don't know who's going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to.
Yes, that would be something.
Is there a towel? Is it towel night?
I don't think towel night. Maybe there's a towel. I don't know.
It is the matchup between the biggest age gap between two starting quarterbacks in the history of the NFL.
Whoa.
That's probably going to be broken the next time Tom Brady plays a rookie quarterback.
I was going to say that sucks for like Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah, it
'Cause
does.
he probably had all those records.
Also, I'm pretty sure Mac Jones isn't like an abnormally young rookie, is
No,
he?
I
He's
don't
probably
think
like
so.
24.
Yeah, I don't think he's that
So
young.
I think if he plays against
23.
23,
And just one DUI.
just
Yeah,
one,
just one.
Jake.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you could see how that could be mistaken.
Yes.
with his eyes.
Yes. All right, so let's do some picks. Let's talk about some games. Let's get into it. Jake, you want to give us a standings update?
Yeah, so it was a pretty average week. All of us went 2-2. Liam, though, did go 3-1. So now
Okay.
we're tied for last at 5-7, and then it's a one-game separation all the way up. Hank got 9 wins, Big Cat 8, PFT 7, Billy 6, Liam and I 5. So
again,
Wide
me and Liam.
well,
or
we
Jake.
would have, yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, real quick between the two of you. Go. Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, so Jake
Won,
so it's
so-
me and Liam still.
Yeah, because this is for last,
Yeah,
not
For
for
last
second.
place. Okay,
Yes, it's
I was
me and
I was
you
all
guys,
turned around
so
there for a second.
Standing
So
is still me and Liam.
Bubba and Big Cat.
Yes.
hitting the road.
And then what were the reminders?
Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
On Wednesday's show, you told me.
We're getting Liam, by the way, if we have to do it, we're just going to fly.
Yeah.
I told Bubba that I think a couple weeks ago that if it was me and Big Cat that ended up in last place, we would probably fly. We would drive for a day, and on the first day we'd take pictures of ourselves at different gas stations.
Yeah.
and then we'd upload them throughout the week from the beach in
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, what
or stuck in traffic on 405.
We'd fly from Pittsburgh to Denver.
Yeah.
And then we'd finish the trip.
Yep.
2 reminders for you. On Wednesday, you told me, don't talk yourself into thinking Belichick is drawing up something crazy to stop TB12.
Thank you. I'm not. I think Tom Brady, like I said, this is Tom Brady's going to be treating this game as if it's a Super Bowl. I believe.
And then second, this is retroactive to week 1. You told me to remind you to bet on Mike Tomlin as an underdog
Yes.
after they beat the Bills.
The underdog king.
Yeah.
That actually is a very good reminder and one of my picks. We'll get to them, but let's start with our underdog. So I'll start. I'm taking the Steelers +7. That was the game that I looked at when I like to look at the whole thing on Monday morning and be like, what's the easiest bet? And I was like, Packers, so easy.
Yep.
And then I realized Mike Tomlin as an underdog. The Steelers cannot look worse. Big Ben looks very, very bad.
Literally too much time on the clock on Big Ben's career.
I was on Pittsburgh radio this morning. PFT and I switch each. We go back and forth on Pittsburgh radio every other week. And our good friend Randy Bauman, who hosts the show, he's in full denial. So he's in full offensive line is to blame. Matt Canada has new terminology. I offered up that maybe put the play card on a PF Chang's menu to help him ease it in. But he's in full denial. So that's where Pittsburgh's at right now. But I think they win this game. I think they win it outright, Hank. What do you think? No?
I don't know, Jim.
Okay.
This is a good game to check in on the Aaron Rodgers is interested meter. Because if he's really interested and engaged this year, they should beat that Steelers defense pretty badly.
Yeah, although they get guys back. I think most of the guys are back.
Pittsburgh gets a couple guys back. But also, I mean, it's in Lambeau, right?
Yep.
So this is a tricky thing. On Sunday night, the game was going to be the Browns against the Steelers. And then the NFL completely rearranged the schedule
on
me.
Yeah.
And then made it the Packers against the Steelers.
I thought the Bears were playing the Vikings, so they rearranged me, too.
They did. The NFL does this occasionally. I think a couple times a year they just do a surprise schedule switch at the last minute. But yeah, I do think that I like Mike Tomlin as an underdog, but I think that this all falls into Aaron Rodgers' lap. Like if he is still engaged, if he's not happy, just sitting on that Sunday night win, I think the Packers should blow them out.
I just think
It's just tough to take Big Ben.
I know it is. It's very tough.
Tough to put faith in Big Ben after some of those
Find
throws.
a stat for me, Mike Tomlin as an underdog. I'm sure you can search it. Mike Tomlin as an underdog is incredible. He's out of this world. He always remember that game? It was like maybe oh no, that was as a favorite. To always bet against him as a favorite.
That was against the Cowboys.
10-7 games where they were favored. I think it's 10-7 outright on games they were favored.
No, as an underdog. I need it as an underdog.
Tomlin as an underdog he's a good coach.
He's a very good coach. He's a good rah, get him ready to go, world against us kind of coach. All right, PFT, your underdog.
My underdog, I'm going to take the Texans at the Bills.
Oh, boy.
Plus 16.5. Mills Mafia versus Bills Mafia. And it's just too many points. The Texans get paid to play football, too. That's one thing that we have to remember.
It is a lot of points.
It is a lot of points. And in case you've forgotten just how dysfunctional the Texans are, there was a report that came out this week about Bill O'Brien and how he was trying his very hardest to get fired because he wanted to go back to New England.
I saw that.
And eventually take over the reins from Bill Belichick. And the Texans just wouldn't fire him. They are so bad as a franchise that they wouldn't fire a coach who was actively doing everything possible that he could to get fired.
So I found the stat. Mike Tomlin is a 6+ point underdog, is 9-3-1 against the spread. I like that pick, PFT. Not because I think they're going to cover the spread. I think that you're going to know within the first 5 minutes how that game's going to go.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to figure it out pretty quickly.
It's going to be either Bills just killing them or like, oh, the Texans are frisky today. Who knows?
I think if David Culley's vision for this offense is let's get 2 first downs and punt. If we can get 2 first downs and punt on every single drive, I think that the Bills aren't going to cover 16.5. Now, obviously, Josh Allen could go out and throw a 90-yard touchdown pretty much at will.
Yes.
But I don't know. I hate the Texans. I think that they're a crummy football team, but I like 16.5 points a lot.
I like it. Also, another stat to back it up. As just an underdog since 2015, Mike Tomlin is 19-6-1 against the spread.
Okay.
So he's an underdog guy.
I like
he
it.
He just loves being a dog.
One more thing. When I saw this Bill O'Brien thing about him talking about wanting to get fired and go back to the Patriots, does this just confirm everything that we've said over the years that every former assistant coach to Bill Belichick operates as a satellite head coach of the New England Patriots?
Yes.
And they send these coaches out to other franchises to destroy them from within and then bring them back to New England so the Patriots can continue their reign of dominance.
Yes, and I also like Bill O'Brien having an inflated self-worth where he's like, they're going to name me the next coach.
Yeah.
Golden parachute. I can always go back to New England because who doesn't think of Bill O'Brien when they think of the Patriots?
Exactly. He's riding that one season that they had at Penn State where they lost all their scholarships and everybody was like, they're going to lose every game. And then I think they ended up going about 500
and it was
that year.
Best coaching job ever.
The best coaching job that we've ever seen in college football that year.
Correct. All right, Bubba, is that my computer?
I have a secret underdog, too. I'll wait till the end to give my secret underdog.
Bubba, your underdog.
I'm taking Detroit plus 2.5. I don't think I've actually watched a Lions game other than Red Zone, but I just kind of tell myself like they're gonna keep it close.
Yeah, I keep going back and forth because there's a potential that the Bears can just embarrass themselves every Sunday, but this does feel like a hollow win that the Bears will get, that then Matt Nagy can get in front of everyone and be like, see, told you guys, like, we got this thing on the right path. We're 2-2.
As a non-Bears fan, I can forgive Matt Nagy for almost everything that he does, unless he makes me watch Nick Foles on Sunday.
Yeah,
if he makes me watch Nick Foles,
Yep.
I'm 100% out on him.
It's going to be the most
I'm all
boring
on
game
board
ever.
the Nagy out thing.
Yes.
So it's not going to be Dalton. Have they made any announcement yet?
I think Dalton's out. They haven't made an announcement. I think Dalton's out. Justin Fields has a little cast on his wrist that looks like he has carpal tunnel. Like
Yeah.
when the person who's never leaves their desk at the accounting firm has been typing for 50 years and then they just type with a cast on their wrist.
Uh-huh.
That's what he looks like. And then Nick Foles. Oh my God! I don't want it.
If you had to pick one quarterback that could potentially get sacked more than 9 times, more than last week, Nick Foles would probably be the guy.
Easily.
I think Nick Foles, he sees that record and he's like licking his chops. He's like, give me 10.
I got this. Hank, you're underdog.
I'm riding with Bubba. Lions, hungriest dog in the NFL, I would say.
Really? Not the Colts?
Nope.
Shout out that one guy who I do my rankings of the bad teams, and I did 0-3 rankings, and he replied 2 days later saying the Colts don't deserve to be on this list.
It's true.
They're 0-3.
It's true. They don't deserve to be. No. It's an 0-3, but it's a Mickey Mouse 0-3. They should have won one of those games.
If it wasn't for a 66-yard field goal and some rain, they'd be 2-1. They almost won the first game too, so they could basically be 3-0.
Yeah, but Hollywood Brown dropped 3 touchdowns, so you could say if it wasn't for Hollywood Brown dropping. Oh, sorry.
No,
Marquise Brown.
we took
dropping
away his
3
nickname.
touchdowns.
I think a couple of them were overthrows, but I guess if you can touch it, you can catch it. Either way, Jay God's going to be hungry. I think the Lions are going to smash him. This will be on the Hungry Dog money line parlay.
Okay.
Wow. Gonna smash them.
Smash. I mean, I listen to you talk about the Bears over and over
No,
and over
they're
again,
terrible.
and it
They're not
sounds
a
like
good
an
team.
absolute dumpster fire,
Yeah.
clusterfuck of a team. The Lions have been playing well, all things considered, for an 0-3 team, as far as an 0-3 team goes. And I think this is the game that gets them on the right path.
This is just the type of game, though, that the Bears win just so that they could be like, we're 2-2. We're not that bad. If they win this game, I guarantee you in the press conference afterwards, Matt Nagy's going to be like, first goal every year, win your division games. 1-0.
We're 1-0 this
Yeah.
week. That's all that matters. I mean, objectively speaking, would you rather have a team with a shitty roster and a low T head coach, or a shitty roster and a high T head coach?
Definitely the high T.
So that's, to me, I feel like the Lions could
Yeah.
definitely win this game.
Jake.
This makes me nervous, but I'm riding with
Oh,
them.
my
I
God.
had it written down. Can't change picks.
Wow.
I know it's an honor system.
Okay,
No
Billy.
turning back.
I'm now very confident in the Bears.
I know what Billy's going to take.
I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah.
Good job,
They're
Billy.
+7, and look, I'm at a good 50% right now, 50, 6 and 6. So I'm trying to stay 50-50 because it's the safest spot on the board. You don't get too high because you might get second.
Again, there's
don't go too
okay.
low.
But wait, are you
impossible.
So I'm picking
are
the
you
Jets.
trying to win this game or trying to lose this one?
Well, if it loses, it'll count to one of my losses I've allowed
That's
myself.
how it
And then
works.
you'll try to win
What
the
if
other
what if it
one.
wins?
Yeah. Well, if it wins, I mean, then one of the ones I thought was going to win is probably going to lose. So I'll just stay
Got
at a
it.
perfect 50-50.
Nice. You've got this figured out.
I mean,
So
Zach
figured out.
Wilson, if he keeps throwing half as many interceptions as he did
Exactly.
the previous week, this week he'll only throw 1 interception, right?
Exactly.
I actually don't hate the Jets this week. If
Against the
there's a
Titans?
spot, yeah.
Stopping Derrick Henry is going to be tough, but their run defense is one of their strong points.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
That was my
Hey,
Jets.
secret underdog for the week too.
Jets. Yeah, no, I think you always have to be so nervous about those teams that aren't winning in like September. They're gonna at some point win a game. I mean, obviously, if you said that about the Browns and the Lions the year they didn't win a game, but they're going to. You just got to catch it at the right time.
when Mims comes back, I'm going to be a lot more confident in their ability.
He's the key to unlock the offense.
Well, he's the alpha wide receiver who's going to go up for the ball.
Got
and,
it.
Really go get it.
Got it. Love that. Love that
Exactly.
analysis. All right, my favorite, I'm going to go with the Browns, -2. I'm just going simply, Kevin Stefanski was a coach for the Vikings for 14 years. He knows everything about them, and Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney visualize Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney running free off the edge for Kirk Cousins, and that's a good visual to win that game.
I think Kirk Cousins, he's playing like an MVP right now. Let's recognize that Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins.
okay, fine.
Kirk Cousins is leading every single PFF stat that there
Yes.
could possibly be. He's without question the best quarterback in the league. And we were talking, when is he going to turn into the pumpkin? I've actually identified exactly when he's going to turn back into old Kirk Cousins.
Not this weekend.
Not this weekend, I don't think. Although he does run into a lot of sacks.
Yes.
I think that's like Kirk Cousins' specialty. It's like
Yes.
he will move the pocket, but he'll move it directly into a defensive lineman. I think Halloween. I think he's going to have the entire month of October this year. And then on Halloween, he's playing in primetime against the Cowboys.
Oh, so
and
then
he's
he'll
got
get
it. Yep.
to give him his flowers. This is a different Kirk Cousins.
Exactly.
Yep, you're
and,
right.
And then he's got a couple more primetime games after that, some tougher defenses that he's going to be going up against. So I think Kirk Cousins, listen, I'll be the first to say it. I was wrong about Kirk Cousins, Big Cat, for the month of October.
There we go.
And September. But then he's going to be Kirk Cousins after that.
I'm looking at the schedule right now. The fact that the Bears and the Vikings play Monday Night Football December 20th, that is a slap in America's face.
It's gross.
Go ahead, your favorite.
Okay, my favorite, I'm just going to take the Bucks, -7.
There we go.
Taking the
we
Bucks.
talked about that game.
Easy as that. We talked about it. It comes down to the fact that the Bucks, I think, just have a much, 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 much better roster overall. And then Bruce Arians was trying to say that, like, he's taking credit for Tom Brady's success and saying that it was like that Bill Belichick essentially was a system coach with Tom Brady. Just let Tom manage the game, and then you look like a genius. Bruce Arians is going to go out there, and I think Antonio Brown is coming back now off the 10-day COVID thing or whatever.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah, like we said earlier, I think the Bucks win this game by 20.
Has Gronk been officially ruled out?
He didn't practice today.
I saw it was actually very likely to play,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know.
Revenge game for him, too. Bubba, favorite.
I'm taking Dallas -4.5.
He's got to move some numbers around
Yeah,
after that.
I do.
That was some news you didn't need. The Cowboys...
Yeah, I'm kind
If
of
it-
with you. I think they're good.
Yeah, if they win this game, and I think the Panthers are frisky, but they've also not played a lot of great teams. But if the Cowboys win this game and do it convincingly, I think the Cowboys are good. Overdrive will start. I actually have been throwing this out. Dak Prescott 13-1 to win the MVP, because you got to look at the narrative. Comeback. Everyone America, especially the writers, want the Cowboys to be good so they can talk about it. Dak Prescott, 13-1 win the MVP.
I also think Sam Darnold will just turn back into himself at some point.
Yes,
and
agreed.
Like, he'll eventually lose a game. Like,
Right.
he's been doing everything to not lose them, but I think
I agree
this will
with
probably
that.
be it.
This is a game, though, I could see the Cowboys losing because they take on the personality of Jerry Jones sometimes, where they do tend to show up more in primetime games and
Right.
glamorous games. And in this game, it's like against the Panthers. I can't think of like a less glamorous week. Like, nobody had this game circled on the calendar if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Like, I can't wait until we play the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Okay.
McCaffrey's out.
McCaffrey is out.
McCaffrey's out.
And I think I saw Matt Rule said that they're just going to run the offense as if he's there, which good
That's
luck.
probably not.
Yeah.
That's Sam Darnold throwing picks.
Yeah, that's not the best. Hank, have you recovered from the Gronk news?
Yeah, that's coming up later. I'm just gonna stick with it, but I'm gonna take the Dolphins for my favorite.
Ooh.
Okay.
Need a bounce back.
Hungry dogs, though?
Hungry.
The Colts are 0-3.
Yeah, but the Dolphins are also hungry dogs, even though they're favorites,
Got
because they've lost their last two.
Yep.
And it's
that's true.
a low. They're not heavy favorites.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like two hungry dogs running next to each other.
Next to
There you
each
go.
other.
The Dolphins have covered in 12 of their last 14 games following a straight-up loss.
Whoa.
Love that
So
stat.
that's
I love
pretty
that
good.
stat.
Hank?
I have a question for you, Hank.
Yeah.
What are the Dolphins? What is their identity? Because as far as I can tell, their identity is just waiting for Deshaun Watson to get traded to them.
Yeah, I don't know. They're the same as always, like the third best team in the AFC East.
I feel like it's play defense
Frisky,
and hope
beat the
enough
Patriots in
works
December.
out. Yeah, hope enough works out on offense to win.
I think the mission is to be competitive enough where after every game, all your fans can say they would have won that game with Deshaun Watson as their quarterback.
Yeah, and also a secondary statement of we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian
No
Flores
offense
is a
to
good
Jake,
coach.
but it's like how many real Dolphins fans are even out there?
Jake, Frank.
I'm not even like a diehard.
Right.
I'm just a hometown.
There
It's
are
like
dozens of us,
Yeah.
like never nudes. Yeah.
There's really not. I don't know. I mean, we'll see, but I feel like of all the fan bases, they have the most.
Well, it's yeah.
Good if they're good, bad if they don't care if they're bad.
Can we turn this TV off? There's just a woman showing all of her
Looks like she got stabbed.
scars. Did she get stabbed? All right, hey, Jake, your favorite.
I'm gonna fade Billy here and take the Titans -7.
Ooh,
I mean,
okay.
it's just even if it
Mano y
loses,
mano.
you just are picking against that atrocious team.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, you feel
it's
good
fine,
walking
yeah.
away being like, I bet against the Jets.
Yeah, or I bet against Billy.
Yeah. One of
Also
the,
good
well,
feeling.
yeah, 50% of the time. Because he is going 50-50.
Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite is the Chiefs -7 against the Eagles. They're going to absolutely clown.
So this is counting as a win.
This one's a win. They're going to
Okay.
clown the Eagles.
They're gonna clown him. They're gonna put the,
Mahomes,
wait,
like-
wait. Are they gonna put the clown shoes on him? Or are they gonna clown him?
They're going to clown.
There's a
Literally,
difference.
no, literally, they're going to make the Eagles look like clowns.
I love it.
Okay.
Like Mahomes is going to run around, like throw some fucking deep bomb and just get Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek's going to peace sign everyone at the 1 yard line. It's going to be a clown show.
Also, I want to go back to one thing with Jalen Hurts when he said that when you take a douche, you don't look at it. You always look at it.
Oh yeah.
Always.
I look at it more than once.
Yeah, always. You got to look at it. That's basically what a men's physical is.
Yeah,
You
leave
look
it
at
in
your
there.
shit and you give an ocular like, okay,
Come back
I'm healthy.
45 minutes later.
Yeah.
Make sure it's still
Yeah.
good.
Bunny balls. That's a poop lasagna. The
Wait.
lasagna.
He looks before he shits.
Yeah, right.
You gotta look. There might be a gator in there.
right.
It is an Andy Reid revenge game too.
Yeah, it's a bounce back.
Is he going to be there?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so he's good.
It's obvious. They're bouncing back. Going to make him a clown show.
Love it.
Clown show.
Guaranteed one.
How many
win.
pre-produced video segments are we getting reminding us that Jason and Travis Kelce are brothers?
Oh, yeah.
3.
A lot.
Three, probably
okay,
three.
nice. All right, my over, I'm going with just the fun over, Cardinals-Rams, over 54.5. Afternoon game. The afternoon games are incredible, by the way, because you have Cardinals-Rams, you have Steelers-Packers, you have, what was the other one? Oh, Seahawks-49ers and Ravens-Broncos. Like, those 4 games are all going to be great games that we can focus on.
Yep.
So that game, I saw the stat. Tommy Smokes told to me, and then also Florio tweeted out the Rams under Sean McVay are 8-0 against the Cardinals with a combined score of 251-91. So
Holy
Sean
shit.
McVay owns the Cardinals.
Yeah, I feel like these Cardinals are a little bit different.
They are.
They are.
But
These
he
Cardinals
does own them.
look more legit. Although if you're going to put a fraud label on a team, if you were to pick like a really, really good team right now and say which one is most likely to be fraudulent at the end of the year, I still feel like the Cardinals have, as a franchise, they'll always have that stink of fraudulence
Yes.
on them. It's
I
like
agree.
Them and the Raiders, you could make that argument for them that they should not be 3-0 or that they won't hang on to this.
You just don't
undefeated
trust
record.
them.
I don't trust them. I don't trust the Cardinals yet, but I do think that the offense is awesome. And like you, I had this as my over.
Love it.
My only note on this game was literally the Rams cards because it's fun.
Yeah, right.
This is going to be a fun game to just root for points in.
Yes, it's gonna you're gonna watch the entire first slate. It's tucked in there. It's the 4:05 game, so you're gonna kind of not even realize it started, and then boom, touchdown. Wow, this is fun. Mm-hmm. Bubba, you're over.
Houston Buffalo over 47.
Okay.
I just think Josh Allen might do it all himself.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
Are you
That's
adding
mine.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, you added it. Is that added as a win or a
That's a
loss?
win.
Okay, win.
That's going to be a big time Are You For Real game for
Yeah.
the Bills, too.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
they blow them out, then it's like, yeah, okay, this Bills team has found themselves.
Joshua's the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yes. Hank.
Falcons football team.
Whoa.
Kind of gross.
Yeah.
Sounds disgusting when you say it.
Yeah.
But the football team defense is bad. The Falcons are bad, but Matty Ryan's good. I feel like there's going to be.
good?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good quarterback. He can get points on the board. He's also, susceptible for some pick sixes. He's already thrown a bunch this year.
Yep.
I just feel like it's going to be a sneaky over.
Give us PFT. Give us your choose your own adventure. Washington football team wins and Washington football team loses. Where are you at?
Okay,
mentally?
so it does scare me that Arthur Blank kept the beard.
Yep.
That's terrifying to me. But if I were to give my 3 keys for victory for the Washington football team, number 1 would be pin your ears back.
Yep.
No.
Let me write these
I'm
down
sorry.
real quick.
Yeah, no, that's number 2. I spoke too soon. Number 1 is actually dial something up. So Jack Del Rio needs to dial something up this week. Number 2 is the defense needs to pin their ears back. And then number 3 is just convince Arthur Smith to shave the beard. I think I said Arthur Blank earlier.
Did, but that's okay.
He doesn't have a beard. He still has the creepy ghost mustache.
It's just dawning on me that they have 2 Arthurs.
2 Arts, yeah.
That's,
It's not good.
No.
But if the football team loses,
Season
I'm
over?
done.
Yeah. If the football team loses and the Cowboys win, it feels like
Well, if the football team loses, they're going to also lose their next 6 games because they have the hardest schedule in the NFL.
Yeah.
We have to get to December within like 4 games of 500, and then we play all of our division games. Then anything can happen in the NFC Beast. But right now, yeah, if you don't beat the Falcons, then you were never going to be good to begin with.
I also have started to do this thing in my head. I think probably people will relate to it, but with this extra game, the fact that there's 18 weeks, in my head, I'm saying to myself, there are so many more extra games. Like, there's a ton of time.
Yeah.
But there's not.
There's one. There's one
But
extra.
it feels like, you're like, oh, they're going to play regular season games in January. This season, like, you have so much time to make up if you lose.
Do you know what I'm saying, though, when it comes to the dial something up? That's something that I think most fan bases can relate to, where if you have a defense that just sucks, and like I said, no bullshitting this week, we suck. If you can't get to the quarterback, you just ask the defense, hey, dial something up for us real
dial
quick.
it up.
So Jack Del Rio, if you're listening, I know that you're a big AWL, shout out to you. Dial something up.
Dial it up. Who are we at? Where are we at? Jake.
Cleveland, Minnesota over 52.
Also a fun one.
Both teams averaging around 29 points per game, so keep that up. Should
Like it. Dome overs. All right, we're on unders because Billy has the same one as Bubba. I think we hit almost all the games. We've already hit this game, Bears-Lions under 42. This game's going to suck.
Yep. That'll be a good one to bet the under on. I don't see any way that it goes over that.
If Nick Foles plays, it will probably drop to like 37.
Yeah.
It'll be like a tornado's coming through.
It also might be one of those games where one team scores like 20 points and the other scores 3.
3, yeah.
Like one team's
feels
going to
like
finish this game in single digits.
Yep. All right, you're under.
My under. This is almost a lock for me, actually.
Whoa. So you're counting this as a win in the Billy method.
Yeah, in my Billy metrics, this is my first, my lock of the year so far. Panthers-Cowboys under 51.5, because I was alerted to this stat earlier this week from Adam Kammerlinder. Every single game that the Panthers have played in this year, the total has been exactly 33.
Wow.
33 games, 3 times in a row.
That's crazy.
51.5 in this game.
Is that a scoregami?
It's the opposite of scoregami.
Three times in a row, though.
They're addicted to scoregami or to non-scoregamis.
33.
They're conformists.
That just means it's going to be a 66.
It's going to double it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling the under.
Okay.
51.5. Take the under.
Bubba.
Titans, Jets. I just feel like the Jets can't score.
Yeah, stinky game. There are some stinkers on this slate: the Bears and the Lions, and the Titans and the Jets.
I think Bears Lions gonna be good.
Washington football team Falcons could maybe be in that stinker
Oh,
category.
yes.
Yeah.
You know what sucks is that as citizens of New York City, the greatest city on earth,
Not me.
we get
Or Liam.
but
Or
still,
Billy.
you know what? New Jersey is where the
That's
Jets
first.
are from. So you own the Jets.
Yeah.
That's on you. We're gonna have to watch the Jets if you don't
Oh my
have
God, it sucks
the Sunday
so much.
ticket. You have to watch Jets Titans this week.
Or the fucking Giants. Like, it's disgusting.
I can't wait till Apple or Amazon buys it all. So let us watch every game. We're in 2021. There should never be a game that takes place that you can't watch.
Agreed.
I have the DirecTV Sunday ticket thing, but it's like I put the Patriots on that, and it's behind. So if anything happens, it just shows up on Red Zone.
Yeah. So
pain.
crack streams pretty much got shut down. So now there are a million different fake crack streams websites out there, and I had to track one down for the football team Bills game last week because I was watching at my house, and it's tough. It's tough. My computer is just swimming in spyware right
Yeah.
now. From
Are you scared that Billy's a cop?
I'm very
after saying
terrified. I
that?
know that Billy's a cop. And
He is.
It's so tough to find that tiny little fucking X to click on.
Oh, yeah.
And if you click on the wrong X, it's like, congratulations, you've just bought 17 Chinese children.
And 14 boner pills.
Yeah, exactly. So, FBI, I'm sorry. I was just trying to watch Josh Allen kick my ass.
Yeah. Yeah, you click on that wrong X, and all of a sudden you got a bunch of chicks who are like, are you horny? Because I live right next door to you.
Yeah, horny. I never knew there were so many horny singles in my area.
Yeah.
Looking to fuck.
Jake. Hank, you're under.
Patriots, Buccaneers.
With the Gronk news.
That one, that was a big factor into it.
Yeah.
I've ignored that data. I'm just going to keep going with it. I think he's sick. I think Brady, I heard, is a little bit sick. A lot of emotions. Patriots can't score anyway. Bucs start slow.
I like it.
That's my under.
That was last week they were sick, though. That was like a week ago.
I saw
that
some
was-
rumors that Brady was having
They're
a
still
cold as
sick.
well.
He's got long
They're still
cold.
sick.
Well, if there's a bug going around, it can get to different people
Correct.
at different times.
You know
I don't know
what?
if you know how sickness and germs work.
I don't, but I did see that Tom Brady said after the game, this is actually lending credence to what you're saying. He said that his arm wasn't tired, but his throat was really sore. But he said it was from yelling so much, but maybe it was just because, maybe it's because he's got strep.
It could be. I mean, also, again, Gronk was a big factor in this decision, so just factor that into your understanding of my decisions.
Got it.
Yep.
I'm sticking with it.
All right. Jake and Billy to wrap us up.
Colts Dolphins under 42.5. This screams like a 20-16 final. Don't know
Okay.
which way, but low scoring.
Okay.
And Billy?
Seahawks 49ers.
Oh.
Under
Wait, we haven't
52.
talked about this game.
Yeah, just I looked at the teams. I was like, I don't think they're going to go over.
I
And
don't-
looked at the number, and it was 52.
Whoa,
and I was like, that's not
surprising.
going over.
I don't mind this pick, actually, because the Seahawks...
When you say I don't think it's going to go over, do you have a number in your mind?
Yeah, it's kind of like.
What'd your computer say?
Bill,
Yeah.
So, like, you look at Bill's text, and you're like, this could go over. And then you
Over
look at
what?
Just like
Just over.
It's like an over game, just like a general, like consensus. And then you look at the number of the Bills Texan game, and it's 47. You're like, that's one of the lower overs.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Right.
so yeah, it could hit. But this one was the opposite.
What did this one feel like?
It Seahawks 49ers, like, this is like a scuzzy game.
It's a scuzzy game.
And then I look at the over, and it's 52, and I'm like, that's not going over.
Too many points.
Too many points.
So I don't think that you're far off on this because the Seahawks are last in the league in times of possession.
And they don't score in the
And
second half.
They don't score in the second half. But if you're Pete Carroll, this is the kind of guy Pete Carroll is. He sees that stat that says that we are last in the league in terms of how much we control the clock. And if you're a football guy, what do you say to that? You're like, well, we just got to run the ball better. We have to establish the run. So Pete Carroll is going to go out there. He's going to be like, I'm not going to let Russ cook. This is Carson City. I'm just going to run the ball, run the damn ball, and run the damn ball all afternoon.
But this is also a loss. One of my 50-50s that I'm
Oh,
playing
fuck.
this is a
Well,
loss.
Shit.
All right.
Why didn't you tell us that?
Well, no, because it's just.
All right. Please keep
Gonna
track,
lose.
Jake.
So-
Separate tab of which ones he expects to lose
So-
and which one he expects to win, so we
Wait.
can.
Billy, when you're looking at these two teams, you actually think that it's an over team.
Yeah, the Seahawks have scored like 30
Yes,
in
it's
the
a
past
loss.
3
So
games.
you just
Yeah.
lied to us.
No, but like
That's
when I
also
looked
not
at
true.
it,
They haven't scored 30.
I have like
last 3
multiple
games.
voices telling me different things in my head.
You're schizophrenic. Got it. Okay.
I will say, since he introduced this method, he hit both his over and under last week.
Okay, so we'll see. The only other game we didn't talk about, which is actually a great game, is the Broncos and the Ravens. The true, are the Broncos for real? They've played 3 teams. They're 0-9, and the Ravens have played some pretty good teams. We're gonna walk away from this being like, watch out for the Broncos, or yeah, that's exactly what we thought the Broncos were.
They need to let Justin Tucker try a 76-yard field goal in
Yes.
this game in the thin air up in Mile High.
A weapon.
Do it for the people. Let us see. He just got upgraded to a 99 on Madden, which I don't know what Justin Tucker was before
Yeah,
as a
what the
kicker.
hell?
But now he's a 99 on Madden for a limited time. They said this is a rat line though. Hank pointed this out to me the other day. It's Broncos -1.
Yeah.
It's a rat. Everyone wants to bet on the Ravens this week. I think Lamar Jackson has diarrhea. He hasn't practiced for the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Some are saying it's from the flip that he did into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, I think.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was.
That's
It was 2
okay.
weeks. But he
But
hasn't
that was
been.
the same as the bug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That was
Hank.
last
wait.
week.
Hank, do you have any idea how sicknesses and illnesses get transmitted and spread?
Not from doing flips into the end zone.
Okay. Well, anyways, I think I'm going to be a big square on this one. Take the Ravens.
I am as well. Okay.
Wait, there's one other.
What?
We didn't
Which
talk
game?
about the Giants Saints.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Damn. Hurricane Ida.
Yeah, Saints are back. Predicted Jameis Winston stat line: 17 for 28, 143 yards, 6 touchdowns.
I like it. I actually think the Giants might win this game. They're gonna win one. They're in my. I haven't put the Jags in the. Well, I guess this would be time traveling. This will look really stupid, but I haven't put the Jags in. They're gonna win one category yet. But I've put the Jets, the Colts, and the Giants in. They're gonna win one, and the Lions actually.
Hank,
There's 4 teams in there. They're gonna win one.
Are they in your Hungry Dog parlay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Love it, Hank. What do you got? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Let's do some fantasy lads. We got fantasy lads, and we got CM Punk. Or sorry, we're gonna do Justin Thomas, then CM Punk, and then we'll finish up with Firefest of the week. Hank.
Hey, mates.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, bloke. Oi. 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 Oi.
I
Oi.
don't know.
It's Cherokee Wilkins.
Oi,
My
sir.
stat on this week is at lava.
What?
Lava.
What? Lava, idiot.
The Killer Wella Wella volcano went off on the main island, so if you like lava, go to Hawaii and get it while it's hot.
Yeah, well, it's not like a spot of tea.
I love hot lava myself.
Hawaii.
A spot of
A volcano on Hawaii.
I call them beers. My situm is Sturgill Simpson.
Oh.
PFT's best mate.
Right.
Ruptured his vocal cords.
Oi.
He's not going to be making music for a while, so if he's on your musical fantasy team, put him on the bench.
That was my situm this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
damn.
bloody nicked my situm.
That's what I do, mate.
Pickpocket.
My sleeper is Cotterill Patterson.
Oh, no.
He can run.
Nice one.
He can catch. He can return.
He's Scottish, isn't
He
it?
Yeah.
can do it all. He's poised for a big game this weekend.
Oh, love it, huh?
Pick him up off your waivers.
Love it, bruv.
If he's on your bench, put him in your starting lineup.
Patterson.
Tea and crumpets.
Right, hey, this is Adele. Right,
Hello.
hello.
On the other side.
Hello, in it. It's me you're looking for. My stardom is Britney Spears. Britney Spears, she out of
Britney Spears.
she's free.
That's
Overrated.
Britney Spears, no
Britney
S.
Spears, she's free of her conservatorship in it.
Who?
Free to make money on her own. Great Britney, very proud of you. You shine on, girl.
Her governor? Her governor?
Yeah.
My situm was Sturgill Simpson before I nicked it in it.
Oh, fuck, Hank.
He's got a sore
Pickpocket.
a throat sore than Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Take
we
it-
talked about this.
Take him to London
You
Tower.
fucking bollocks, Hank.
Turtles all the way down. Turtles all the way down.
Bronxy.
Obladi oblada.
If the Turtles were blessed with a visit from Ricky Aguirre.
Oh,
My
no.
sleeper.
Split them half like a summer sausage.
Yeah,
Hung and quartered.
Correct. Black pudding. My sleeper is Odell Beckham.
Adele?
Odell.
Odell?
Odell Beckham, distant relative of our beloved
Bend him.
footy legend David, travelling to Minnesota, saying hello, governor, to Christy Noam, just next door.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
She likes getting shit on all the time.
Bend it like Beckham.
In the news. In the news, that is. Thank you. Thank you. This was Adele.
Hello. My name is Benedict Witherstone. Hello.
Oi.
My stardom is Joel Embiid because he said, I don't get on a scale. It's not good for my mental health.
For your mentals.
For the mentals.
That's a lot of kilograms.
I
Too
fucking
many
love
bangers
it.
and mash.
Yeah.
Hey, you chickens.
Don't even look at your weights
We
or your kilos. I'm sorry.
No, stone.
Stone.
I'm 3 stone.
We're all
Stone.
from pounds just means straight cash.
Yeah. It's
Nephew.
just like Burrow to Chase. It's cash.
Cash back.
My sim is laundry. That
Oh.
fuck is gonna get fucking taken by dog.
Oh, I put my laundry away yesterday.
Oh no.
Is your Zach,
Roy?
It's dirty.
is Zach Wilson jersey done yet?
Not GTA.
Oh,
we
yeah,
still
yeah,
do
yeah.
GTA. Shout out
Oh,
all
no,
fantasy
Brian,
fuckboys.
Brian.
Brian
Brian,
laundry.
fuck
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah. That's you got it now.
Oh, my homies
got
hate
it
Brian.
now.
Where is he? Is he in the swamp?
Yeah, he's in the swamp. He's on the island.
On an archipelago.
Watch out for the
Yeah. My sleeper is sweaters because it's sweater season now for the big boys, for the units.
for the lads.
Oh, your
Yeah,
jumper? Your
sweater
jumper?
puppies.
Yeah, my
Jumper
jumper. It's gonna save us. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all,
You boys are big and tall.
Love the Beatles.
Long live the Queen. Oh, it's Horace Wickermanshire. Am I
Horace.
Horace, my friend.
Oh, you fucking bitch,
We
Horace.
already
Horace.
talked about Sturgill Simpson.
No.
Horace, you Sturgill again, Horace.
Horace.
You can't. I haven't seen you in years.
All my buddies call me Whore. My stardom is
That's very funny.
Damn, that's good.
I tried.
Are you
I
Mr.
tried.
Bean?
No, maybe on the weekend. In my stardom is Sam Allinger. He's back and he's at practice today.
Practice. Nice.
Yes, so
Practice.
doing a little footy with the
Practice.
boys.
Tuned up with the
He's getting
trainers.
tuned up. He's
Yeah.
tuned his little tweets knees, all good. And now my situm is fans. Yes.
Fans.
Oh yeah, we got to change the
But
season.
hey, fans are back.
No, but fans are gone.
I thought fans
it's
were back.
it's too cold nowadays for your fans.
Fans
Turn-
on your walls.
Yep,
Use
fans
the
on
app.
your walls.
Fan up.
Fan up.
No more fans.
No free ads.
Oh, whoa. Is there an Irishman in here?
No, it's a Scotland.
Kill
It's
him.
a Scotsman.
I've declared prima nocta on Billy.
Oh no, Scots. So we turn your fans off. It's too cold. I've had it on since May. So, I mean, that's a big sit-em. All right. My sleeper's the debt ceiling.
That's very funny.
No more debt.
No more debt.
Put it to sleep. Good night. Good night.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in.
We should just go right to the ad because I don't know what we can say after that.
All right,
I actually
before
thought
you-
Billy's
that was
accent
great.
was
No, it
really
was
good.
great.
Billy's
The
was
whole
the
thing
best.
was
You know
funny.
what? Billy
Which
was Liverpudlian. Your accent was from
Horace.
No, it went from this to Scottish pretty quickly.
Yeah.
First one.
No,
First
but
one's
which
solid.
one? Then you went back to the Beatles accent. And you're like, the Queen,
Oi.
The Queen.
the Queen.
I actually got a pretty decent accent.
I'm,
Yeah,
Ro-
you do.
I'm
Oh,
Roger
Right.
Bennett.
But the thing is, now I can't get out of it.
Ted Lasso has saved American football.
Jason Sudeikis.
I'm on it.
One of us
better
probably
than-
should have mentioned James Bond.
Oh, James Bond.
James
What
Bond.
happened
happened
to
to
Conor
him?
Double
It's out this
007?
weekend.
Conor
It's out
McGregor
this
killed him.
weekend.
Think so.
Oh.
Maybe next weekend.
Conor McGregor said he's dead.
By the way, Joel Embiid is like, finally quoted it and was like, I hate Ben Simmons too. So
Yeah.
that's good.
I do like the idea of a Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving just straight up trade. Just be like, it's a major. Here, he's your problem.
Yeah.
now, trade.
Yeah. I don't know what, like, so is Ben Simmons going to just hold out? Is that what's going to happen?
I don't
Seems
know.
weird.
What is he
Yeah, they
holding
said
out
the
against?
the
He's
owner,
just
GM or
holding
whatever
out
said it
against
was
sucking?
like he compared it to the Aaron Rodgers situation.
But
So
it's-
that's what the Sixers think.
Yeah, this is uncharted territory because whenever you have a holdout or a guy demanding a trade, it's because he's really, really good and his team sucks and he's like, the franchise won't support me. It's the exact opposite. The team is good and Ben Simmons sucks.
Yeah.
So it's like you have all the support. You are just the problem.
He's like, we need to get more support around the rest of my team.
Yeah.
So I'm holding out.
Right. It's
Actually,
bizarre.
I mean, the way that he played in the playoffs, you could probably stomach paying him like $25 million a year to not play during
Yes.
the postseason.
Yes,
That
that's
might be
true.
a key championship piece.
To not just pass up dunks.
Yeah, Daryl Morey. That's the next sabermetric revolution.
All right. We have Justin Thomas on to talk a little Ryder Cup. And then we're going to do CM Punk, who's in person. Great interview with him. PFT, you got a quick word from our sponsor, though.
Yeah, I want to talk to you guys about Sling. If you're thinking about cutting the cord, if you're thinking about distancing yourself from cable television, well, Sling is the very, very best way to do it, especially if you love watching live sports like us. You might be tired of the high prices, so it's time to take control of your own TV experience. It's time that you got Sling. So on Sling, you can get all your favorite channels. You got ESPN, NFL, Red Zone, SEC Network, Golf Channel, FS1, TNT, NBC Sports Network, and much, much more. They all come together over at Sling for less. And with Sling, you can watch pro and college football, you can stay up to date on your fantasy league, and you can build your perfect channel lineup to follow your favorite conferences. Plus, they have ways to watch local channels for free. Sling is easy to set up. It's easy to use. There's no contracts. Starting at just $35 a month. Sign up now and get your first month for just $10. Whatever you're into, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, tennis, soccer, golf, Sling is where you can find the live sports that you love in one place for less, and gives you access to exclusive content on the new Barstool Sports channel. If you want to watch the Brandon Walker college football experience, if you want to become immersed in Brandon Walker, then the only way to do that is with Sling on the Barstool Sports channel. Go to sling.com/barstool, sign up now, get your first month starting at just $10. That's sling.com/barstool, sign up now, get your first month at just $10. Now here is Justin Thomas.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is Justin Thomas. He is fresh off a Ryder Cup victory. He's one of the best golfers in the world. JT, can I call you JT?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, fine. I'm going to call you JT. JT, you're coming off the Ryder Cup. We got to ask the first question. Everyone's asking it. Is this the best Ryder Cup team of all time for the U.S.?
I mean, it's hard to argue that we weren't. It's. I mean, we put up the most points in history. I mean, it's selfishly, I might be just slightly biased, but until someone puts up 20 or 19 and a half points or 20 points, I think we have that right at this moment.
Man, can you imagine doubting this United States team going into the Ryder Cup and like rooting for the Europeans, and then the American team puts up a record amount of points?
Nope. Couldn't do it.
Not this podcast.
Nope. Absolutely
Tough
not.
scene. Tough scene.
We were always all in. And, you know, you guys played great. It was awesome to watch. I do have a real question, though, about the Ryder Cup, because there was a debate in this office. How much does it, like, actually mean to you? Because golf is such an individual sport. And then to switch over to a team atmosphere, is it is it like this is awesome because it's country, or is it a little bit weird at times? You're like, hey, I don't usually play with teammates.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's kind of hard to describe. I think, at least for me, I'm not exactly proud of probably what a lot of the Europeans maybe think of me while I'm out there, but it's just, I don't know, it's something about the tournament and the emotions it just brings, at least for me personally, brings out a total different side of all of us. I mean, I remember, playing Rory last year in singles. It was like, Rory and I are very, very close. We get along very well, spend a lot of time together in Jupiter, but it's like when we go play each other, we want to kill each other. We want to just, that's how it is. And then as soon as the match is over, we shake hands and move on. And it's, I just think the fact that you are able to represent your country and really show that kind of emotion, because we never get that opportunity to just act like a total buffoon out there, and I take full advantage of it. It's a good time.
What about the other side of it when it comes to cheering for somebody that you're used to competing against because they are playing for the United States? Is that weird? Because I know for us, like, I found myself rooting for Bryson DeChambeau a little bit, which I don't think I've ever done in my life. But getting to enjoy him hitting one of those bombs, I was like, all right, that's cool. He's representing the United States. Is it weird for you to like put yourself in a position where you're cheering for the guys that you usually compete against?
For sure. I said that to a bunch of the guys. Especially, playing a lot of matches with Jordan and how good of a putter he is. I'm like, I can't express how great it is rooting for these putts to go in. The amount of times I have watched him make 20-footers against me, whether it's in a money game or in a tournament or Patrick Cantlay or whatever. And it's like, I'm so happy that these guys are on my team, kind of thing. And it is fun to be able to root for them. And everybody just kind of bought in. Everyone their egos didn't get in the way. It was all about the team. It was just, everything was about what can we do to make this week enjoyable and make the team as best as possible. And I think it showed.
Would you say that Brooks was the best teammate because he was able to stomach Bryson for an entire week?
It was impressive watching them get along, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's all for show, it's all for this. But
nope.
I watched them many times talking, whether it was working out together because both of them are meatheads and feel the need to work out at 9:30 at night or whatever it is. And talking together off the golf course, whether it was eating or whatnot. So I don't know. It definitely threw me for a loop because I did not think that they were going to be that social, but they were great. And I don't know if they're back to hating each other or what's going to go on there.
Yes.
But
wow, this is I didn't realize that. So it really was like a Rocky IV, like if I could change, you can change kind of thing, where they genuinely were spending, let's not say tons of time together, but you did witness them talking, conversing, eating, not fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why Brooks is the best. Yeah, because he can stomach it.
It shows that Brooks, really, credit to him for being the bigger man in that situation, where he it was up to him to meet Bryson halfway.
Took him under his wing.
Yeah, took Bryson under his wing, kind of showed him the ropes. Because Brooks who was Captain America this time around? Because I know that Brooks, he's had good showings in the past. We know that Patrick Reed has obviously came out pretty strong in some past Ryder Cups. Who would you say gets the label of Captain America in this tournament?
The fact DJ went 5-0 and then put together one of the greatest press conference performances of all time, I think it's pretty hard to not give it to DJ this year.
Mm-hmm. That the after party's got to be the best, because when you win a real tournament, I know you obviously are able to party, but it's usually your caddy and your family. You guys, I'm sure, had a great time afterwards. Being able to party as a team.
For sure, and it's one of those things. It's like, even Jordan and I, we talked about it it's kind of pathetic, to be honest, for weeks. We're like, I can't wait for that Sunday night at the Ryder Cup. Like, it is fun. And it's, we had a blast in France when we lost. We got our asses kicked and we still had a great time on Sunday night, partying together. And the teams always seem to end up together. Those European, especially those European caddies, they know how to have a good time, and everybody just kind of gets together and the golf is over and you're not really, thinking about it or talking about anything. You just kind of want to get together and have some beers together. And yeah, we definitely did that.
Yeah. The other big question, I think, coming out of the last couple of weeks here, do you think that Max Homa's Fortnite Open Invitational win should have an asterisk on it because the field wasn't so strong?
I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to bring it up, but yeah, I think it's got to, right?
Yeah. Not a real tournament. Do you think that's a real tournament? We do, because we love Max and he's a friend of ours. But if we're just talking privately, like me, PFT, and JT right now, not a real tournament.
Yeah, man, boy, I hate to do that to Max. I mean,
No, it's all
I
right.
mean,
This
I
is
guess
private. This is private. Yeah, this is private.
you could also argue that it really wasn't even Max, because with that mustache, it doesn't even look like him.
Right.
So you could say that like this new alter ego is kind of has one win, and then Max is in another category.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Maybe
it's the Wario version of
Yeah.
Max. So it's Wax Homa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that you love to pull pranks. I saw that you pulled the prank of like basically what was it, walking out of a Ryder Cup meeting and being like, I can't believe we picked Phil or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about maybe doing that with Max, or is like that prank is too far, it's like so unbelievable no one would actually be like, oh, Max Homa's on the team?
Yeah, I should have done that with Wax Homa. I probably would have started more, but that was fun. I don't know what it was. It just was like I saw those guys that were kind of standing there outside of dinner, and I'm like, God, these guys are going to lose their mind. This is going to be perfect. And I mean, all of them literally were just like looking around like, oh my God, they're going to pick Phil. And I'm like, that worked out perfectly.
It would have been funny if you did Max and then they just put you in a psych ward. They're like, all right, Justin Thomas has lost his mind. So I got a question. So we're big, you know us, we're big golf fans. We're big grow the game guys. I want to give you a chance to acquit yourself on the 2018 incident where you might have ejected a fan, and said,
there was no might.
Okay. So I'll read the quote, I'll read the tweet, and then you tell me where it's wrong. After hitting his tee shot on 16, Justin Thomas signaled for a fan to be ejected from the gallery for a "get in the bunker" cheer. Justin Thomas said, "Enjoy your day, buddy. You're done."
That is verbatim, I think, what I said. Yeah, it was definitely one of the moments I'm not proud of, especially because it's like, man, people have said some crazy and absurd things, and of all things, like that's the guy I chose to throw out. I mean, I could definitely think of, I've had some people get personal levels of family or something. Like I probably should have chose that person, not the guy that was just drunk out of his mind that had been following us for a couple holes. So yeah, I clearly would not have had that over, but I wish I could have like made it an interaction to where I could have maybe screwed with them a little bit. Cause it is fun how people outside the ropes think they're invincible, but it's also like, I know I'm invincible in the ropes, and it's fun to screw with people sometimes with that.
Yeah. So, all right. So you admit that you did it, but you also regret it, and it's kind of a soft move. So I think that's good. I can take you off my,
very soft.
Yeah.
It was very soft. 100%.
Although I do love the, like, enjoy your day, buddy. You're done. Like you're a baseball ump. You're like, you're out of here.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Can you just eject anybody? It sounds like you have ultimate unchecked power if you're between the ropes. You just get to point at a guy and be like, get that guy out of my face, and they'll do it.
Well, I think Bryson's proven that yeah, you can pretty much eject anybody, but it is. And I think a lot of it is that it's just to people, like I said, when you're behind the ropes, you feel like you can say whatever you want. And I've heard of multiple instances where people get just a personal level, whether it's calling out something in your family or whatever it is. And I've had it happen where guys, I remember playing with Rory a couple years ago at Riviera, and someone said something about him, and I happened to be there. And I just said, I was like, was that you that said that? And he's just like, oh no, what do you he's kind of giving the whole, like, it wasn't me. And all of his buddies are pointing at him, and it's very clear. And I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I want to hear you say it again. He's like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, well, why? You said it when I wasn't looking, but go ahead, say it to my face, or say what you think about him. And they feel like they can't say anything at that point. So it is a weird thing, but at the same time, it's kind of what makes the game. I think the fact that we're close enough, unlike, football or basketball or whatever it is, like we're literally from an arm's length from each other. You hear everything, and sometimes your emotions get the best of you.
What about a sarcastic, you're going to love that? Would you get upset about that? Because I love to do that at golf tournaments, where no matter where the ball goes, I'm just like, you're going to love that. Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing. I just think as long as it doesn't like go across the line of being inappropriate or vulgar, I think, anything's fine, especially nowadays, especially with you all. I mean, people have gotten so many, whether it's not chants, but just things or phrases or something to say. But I mean, I would say the overwhelming funniest comments you get are from the volunteers. It's because, you'll hit one offline and they're standing there and like they've been thinking the whole time when you're walking up, like, what am I going to say? And you come up and they're like, oh, you're really not going to like this one. I'm like, thanks, asshole. I appreciate that. It's the last thing I want to hear is how bad. It's like, oh, nobody's gotten it on the green from here. Like, okay, thanks.
That's great.
What
So
about
those are some of the funniest ones that no one really hears.
what about hypothetically if this has probably never happened on a golf course, but if somebody called you by the wrong name after you hit a tee shot, if they were like, "Hey, nice shot, Dustin,"
Yeah.
would you get mad at
Jason,
that? Would that really irritate you?
I mean, I get called Jordan every single round I play. So we jokingly, in Atlanta, I played with Bryson on Friday or Saturday, maybe Saturday, and we're walking off the third green, and someone was like, "Oh, go get him, Jordan." And my caddy Jimmy and I just kind of like looked at each other. We're like, "Should we throw him out?" Just as a joke, and we got a good kick out of that, and Bryson did too. But no, there's a lot worse things you could call me than the wrong name.
I know you're very close with Tiger Woods. Two-part question. One is, how is he doing? And two, what is the best advice he's given you? Because I know, I'm sure he's got like endless amounts of advice, but if there's one thing that has like stuck with you that you always bring up when you're in like a big tournament or on a Sunday and you have the lead or whatever it may be.
I mean, well, first off, he's doing great. I mean, he's progressing amazingly. I mean, it's Groundhog Day for him. He does the same thing every day, but I think he kind of understands that's a part of where he's at. But he has given me a lot of advice. He gives me a lot more when he's not playing, because when he is playing, that's his killer instinct, his nature of not really wanting to tell you too much. But it's simpler than I think everybody would think. It's just more about like being patient, having good body language, because I think especially I remember the players talking to him Saturday night, and he's like, you got to go out. I was in the second to last group. He's like, you got to go out and have good body language tomorrow. Like, those guys are going to be watching you. They're going to see you, whether you're playing great, not playing great, kind of wait on your run type thing. But if they see, me kind of walking around like, DJ does when he's playing well, Rory does when he's playing well, then it's sometimes when you're watching that can kind of wear on you.
Has he softened a little bit? Because it's got to be really weird. I'm just thinking about this right now. The Tiger Woods, everyone knows him as the competitor, this cutthroat guy that, he always was mentally just way ahead of everyone. But now, because golf is a sport that you can play into your 40s, he has a group of guys now that all idolized him growing up. Like, I'm sure you, like, that's part of the reason why you got into golf. Have you noticed that at all, that he's maybe softened a little bit more open to giving advice or giving tips?
Well, the thing about it for me is that this is the only Tiger I've known. You know what I mean? Like, I obviously watched on TV, and all I've heard from everybody is like, he was never like this. He would have never known who you were. He wouldn't have cared who you were. And I first off, I don't really know what to say back to people when they tell me that. Like, I don't just, okay, thanks. I don't really know how to acknowledge that, but I just think his perspective has changed. I mean, I know how much he loves his kids and spending time with his kids, but also he knows that his years of playing are winding down, and not only just with his age, but just with his injuries. But when he is playing, I mean, I couldn't be more serious. Like, he just is, he's still that killer. I mean, he's probably going to be more talkative in practice rounds or off the golf course, but I mean, he's still there's so many great instances and stories of what he did or what he has done. But playing with him in the President's Cup and kind of seeing him in that mode as my teammate was something I'll remember for a long time, because he was playing well, and just watching him plot his way around the course and watching him handle his emotions and just kind of pick it apart was pretty sweet.
So if you're competing against him, a guy that you grew up idolizing, do you have to almost pretend to not be intimidated until you start to believe that you're not intimidated by him, or how does that work?
Yeah, a couple years ago in his event at the Hero in Bahamas, we were both kind of in contention going into the back nine, and I mean, I totally screwed up. I was so worried about only beating him as opposed to trying to win the golf tournament, and he had a bad back nine. I didn't have a very good last 7 holes, and I was like tied for the lead through 11 or with 7 holes to go. And I just was so concerned with what he was doing that I was just trying to beat him when there were 3 or 4 other people I should have been trying to beat too. So that was a learning experience for me. Is the first time I kind of got in contention with him, also in contention while playing with him. You're just that's kind of the Tiger effect that everyone would talk about, is you're just so worried about what he's doing instead of just going through your motions and playing like you would any other week. So I'll never forget that, because I remember getting done and feeling like such an idiot and like I'd never even been there before.
Yeah. So I own the PGA Tour 2K21 video game. I play it a lot, play it frequently. I've always wondered about the selection of cover art on there, because it's you're wearing like a vest and you've got camouflage, like almost like Baltimore Ravens fan style camouflage pants that you're wearing with your golf outfit. Was that your selection?
Nah, not entirely. No, it was kind of like a couple options type thing, but it was, that was kind of an outside choice.
It looks like, almost a little bit of stolen valor with these pants. Were you committing stolen valor in retrospect?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pair of pants that I wore once as opposed to a pair of pants that I wear all the time. So I think that probably answers the question itself.
Did you get yelled at for drinking a beer during the competition last weekend?
I didn't get yelled at. Strick had a good time just kind of messing with us. And I mean, I just from being a sports fan and seeing like all the Bucs games, that's kind of their Wisconsin's thing is chugging a beer. And I forget the lineman's name that just absolutely deletes. Yeah, just deletes beers on the floor. So Boog and I go out there and we're like, we just got to get the crowd going. And so it was his idea to get a bag full of beers, Red Bulls, 5 Hour Energies. We just started throwing them up. And then they started chanting chug a beer. And we just kind of like looking at each other like, I just don't know if we should do that. And then but like we want to. And then the 2 people threw beers down and we're like, we got to do this. Like this crowd is going to go ballistic and they're going to get so into it. So we did it. They went nuts. We get done. And Strick was like, just joking with us. He's like, now I'm going to have to answer these questions about you guys chugging a beer. And I just looked at him. I was like, you should have played me. That's what you get for sitting me.
Yes,
like if you had played me, this wouldn't have been an issue. So he got a good kick out of that. And I'm glad it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, you're not on the clock. You can yug if you want to. That's fine.
Yeah.
Who gets to hang on to the Ryder Cup? Do you guys pass it around, or does it live somewhere?
I've unfortunately never been a part of a winning Ryder Cup team, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I do think that everybody gets it for a week. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I hope it is, because it'd be fun to go some places or have some fun with it. Kind of, like the Stanley Cup, have like a cup party or something like that.
You should take it to Europe and just walk around with it.
Just an alpha move?
Yeah, just like take a week-long vacation in London and just walk through the streets, just drinking out of it on the street.
That would be good.
That's a good idea.
Do you make it now? How does it work for next time? Do you are they going to try to keep the team together? Are you kind of on it no matter what, or do you have to keep playing well?
Yeah, it's just starts a whole new point system. I mean, we got the President's Cup next year, so try to play and get our way on that one, and same with the Ryder Cup. It's Berger jokingly was like, can we just keep this team? Like, can we just kind of like all sign these 12 guys up for for 2 years? But a lot of things happen in 2-year stretch. But we do have a great group of young guys that are fully capable of making the team again in Rome.
Oh, well, and Max is on the team as of right now because he's won the only tournament.
Well, Max is ranked number 1 in the FedEx points.
So
he's projected to make it to Atlanta at this moment.
Yes. You can't break up a team that scores the highest amount of points in Ryder Cup history. I feel like that'd be foolish, right? Unless somebody gets busted for steroids or something.
And then we put Max in.
Which definitely won't happen.
Correct. Just 400-yard drives happen naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can settle a bet here on this podcast. What is the 5th major?
I mean, the Players, I would say, is the 5th major. It's
not the Travelers.
Not the Travelers.
John
the Travelers
Deere?
is awesome. Man, yeah, it's is that what it's between? Is those two?
Waste Management.
I think it's John Deere, Travelers, Players.
Jake, where else?
I think it's those 3. So you decide.
Bay Hill.
It's really whatever tournament Brooks wins, then we just decide that is the 5th major. But if you want to give us what you think the 5th major is, we'll honor that.
I'm going to go with the Players for the time being, since it was the whopping win that I had last year, so I might be slightly biased. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I mean, Brooks might need to start winning some more tournaments then, so we can get more, more major options in there.
Well, he's coming off of almost an amputated leg.
Yeah, he's actually a hero. He basically can't walk until he was out there.
And
wrist
and hand, pretty much.
Yeah,
too,
that
right?
root attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna put that root in jail. I had one last question. It's not really a question. It's more like you're kind of a jerk for the fact that you're like an incredible golfer, a millionaire, and also you get to root for Alabama football because you went there. So, that's not really a question. It's just like, how dare you?
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, jealousy is a terrible trait. I understand that. It is, but I'm very fortunate to go for the Tide. And I was curious for you guys, what are we thinking on this college football slate this weekend? Because it is unbelievable on Saturday.
Yes, it's incredible. So why don't you, because you have a curse. Last time you made a prediction on game day, the Tide lost to LSU. We're Joe Burrow guys. We're Coach O guys. Give us a prediction for the Tide versus Ole Miss this weekend.
I think it's going to be a shootout. I mean, Lane Kiffin is one of a kind, and I think he knows Coach's ways pretty well. But he's actually, although he might not fully be there, he's a hell of a play caller. So I think it's going to be a shootout. But I don't think the Tide's going to cover. But I think they'll win.
Okay,
rat poison. That's a little bit of rat poison. So. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you talked to Coach Saban on the phone. How is he – are you going to say the thing like, oh, he's actually really nice and funny? Because I love when people are like, yeah, no, he's actually one of the funniest guys. Like, there's no chance. He wins championships. That's what he does.
He does. Yeah, funny is definitely not how I would describe Coach. He is serious. He's not – it's funny is not it. He is. I mean, he's good when he gets kind of outside the football space. I mean, the time spending with him on the golf course, like he absolutely loves golf and he loves that part of it. But like you said, I'm not. I love Coach to death, and he's a great dude. He is, but funny is probably not the first thing.
He'd be mad if you said he was funny. He'd be like, "What the hell?"
That's probably a good point.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll let you go, but before we do, give us a prediction or a guarantee. I'll ask for a guarantee. Guarantee, how many wins are you going to get on the tour this year?
A guarantee. I'm going to go with 6.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
We have no idea if that's a lot or not.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot. It's more than Max got.
How many are there? How many? 30?
Yeah, 30. Probably 35 or. I should know that. Probably 40-ish.
Okay, so that is a lot. That's a considerable amount of wins.
That would probably set some records.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Okay. All right. Well, best of luck. Thank you so much, JT, and congrats again on the Ryder Cup.
America thanks you.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. It's for America.
There we go. JT was brought to you by our great friends at Coors Light. If you ever feel like you're always on, you might need a moment to chill. If you want to hit the reset button, get ready for what's next, you need a moment to chill. These days, everything's go, go, go. Nothing but nonstop hustle all the time. Work, friends, family, a million pressing social issues, an expectation to be on 24/7. You just need a moment to turn off, hit reset. That's when you reach for an ice-cold Coors Light. It's made to chill. I'm going off script right now because Coors Light, I don't need to read a script for Coors Light. I drink it. It is my favorite beer that I drink. It is no longer Sip Tim beer, so it means that the lads are back out at the pubs drinking beer. There's no better college football watching beer than Coors Light, especially on a nice, crisp autumn day. If you're waking up and the temperature's in the 50s and it's sunny outside and there's about to be college football on your television, there's only one kind of beer that you should ever even consider drinking. That's Coors Light. The mountains are going to be especially blue this Saturday. As always, send us pictures of your blue mountains. We love seeing them, especially if you're watching outside. If you've got your TV set up outside on your back porch, let us know. Send us a picture of you drinking Coors Light outside with the blue mountains. Coors Light is the one that I choose when I need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, get a beer that's made to chill. Go to CoorsLight.com/take, and you can get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or with Instacart. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Now here is CM Punk.
Okay, we now welcome on a recurring guest and good friend, CM Punk. You are a recurring guest.
I am. This is the second time I've been here.
Yeah, and it
very
means
exciting.
Whenever we call you, you have to come on.
I If that's true, then I feel like I should have been here much more frequently.
If that's true, then it's kind of on us for not inviting you on more often.
That's fine. You guys cover a myriad of different things, so you guys have a whole talent pool to choose from. So
I was trying to remember the last time you were on. So you were talking about the movie that you were in, but it was like right before the pandemic, right?
I don't know if it was right. It was before the pandemic. I don't know if it was right before the pandemic. Maybe like a year before.
So that COVID thing, that's crazy.
Yeah, that happened. It's happening. It's not over. It's still going on.
No, they I saw Eva Longoria demanded that it stop. So she like issued a statement to the world leaders being like, end the pandemic now. So I think we're good.
Okay.
So that's breaking news.
They'll get on that.
I might have broken that news to you.
They'll move that to the top of the list.
She put up a meme of a bat and just said, bye, Felicia.
Yeah,
so
see
it's
ya.
over.
It's over. It's done. All right, so you're back.
Yeah.
You are back.
I am back.
When we talked to you 2 years ago, I think we talked about it, and
sure we did.
were not going to be back.
Yeah.
You were very at peace with where you were in life and what you were doing. So why are you back? I'm happy you're back, by the way. I should say that first.
Thank you.
Very happy you're back. But what was the thought process, and how did that all kind of unfold?
Well, AEW didn't exist back when, everyone was constantly asking me to come back. Hey, come back. Why don't you come back? Come back. Come back. There's one show in town, and I didn't want anything to do with them, So AEW coming back, I think, opened up my eyes to just possibilities, And since their inception, it's taken me this long to warm up to the idea. And I was having conversations with Tony Khan the entire time, like the whole 2 years they've been in existence, and I just finally got comfortable enough, and we talked enough, and it made sense.
So the moment that you do come back, that pop, we all saw it. It was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It had to have been like, where is that on your list of number one?
Easily.
Number one.
Far and away, what that represented, what the moment was, far and away, number one moment of my career.
Wow.
Easily.
Okay.
It's like number one, and then there's a gap, and then there's number two, whichever. I don't know what number two is. Maybe winning the title at the Garden.
I felt slightly cheated by it. It was a great moment. The only reason I felt slightly cheated was I was definitely in the camp of when you left WWE. I would say for about 3 years, anytime WWE did a show in Chicago or anywhere around Chicago, I was like, this is the night. CM Punk's coming back.
Yeah.
So I waited too long for that, and then I wanted it to be a surprise, but it was still an incredible moment.
But it was.
It was, but
we used that.
Yeah.
It was the worst kept secret for a reason.
Right.
Like that was very, very purposeful, and I thought we did a masterful job. We sold out the United Center on a rumor. Never once said my name. Never once announced it.
Yeah.
In the business world, that's suicide. That's absolutely stupid. You don't do that. You need to revenue. You need to move tickets. It's a business.
Right.
I thought we kind of, middled it and got the best of both worlds, where it was still a surprise, because all of those shows where, he's coming back. Oh, this is going to be it. He's coming back. And it's like the boy who cried wolf. And then this time, there's a payoff.
Also, as a wrestling fan myself, like you have to have some type of gullibility to be a wrestling fan. Like I always think
suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, right.
Gullibility.
Like, well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe suspension of disbelief. But Undertaker retiring, like I'm like, nah, dude, he's gonna be at WrestleMania in like 20 years. He'll never die.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was the game plan for this one though? It's like, what's the correct amount of rumor to put out there where it's not too much, where it's obvious? Like how do you start a really good rumor?
I think announcing that they're going to run the United Center 2 weeks before the date in a market that they've already sold out 3 shows, I think kind of tells you something's up. Something special is going to happen. We sold a lot of tickets that 2 weeks, and a lot of them were in the same building, the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates. They sold out a Wednesday, a Friday, and a Sunday for the pay-per-view. Like, that's remarkable. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that to go, but wait, in 2 weeks we're going to run the United Center, which seats 20,000 people for a hockey game. Maybe 15 for wrestling or whatever it is. yeah, I think people were like, oh, wait a second, why are they doing that?
Yeah.
So is WWE officially on notice now?
I don't know. My take on that is, they're competition in the same way that, in my opinion, like Netflix is competition, right? The only thing we have to do is put out a better product, and we win, my opinion. We don't have a show that goes head to head on Mondays. We're not trying to, quote unquote, put them out of business. My take on that is, if we just focus on ourselves and we tighten up all our screws and we make our show better, then we win. I'm not focused on trying to, have some sort of a promotional war or anything like that. I really don't give a shit what they do.
What did Vince text you when you came back, being like, "Hey, fuck you, buddy"?
No.
He thought that though.
And maybe, I don't know. I don't know what he thinks anymore. You know what I mean? He didn't text me when I came back, because I'm maybe I'm dead to him again. But
Yeah. What? You're a very big fan of wrestling as well. I don't think you can say that about every wrestler, but I know you are a very big fan of wrestling and wrestling history. So what do you think in terms of what you guys can do better? Maybe a self-scout of AEW, like something that you're excited about that you guys are going to be able to bring the fans along with?
I'll just talk about my stuff. Like I won't do sports entertainment. I think my stuff will be as real as it can get, because that's what wrestling is, simulated fight. And my favorite stuff was, TV wise, was like Jim Crockett promotion stuff, Bill Watts, like UWF, Mid-South, like all that stuff. So when I do stuff, when bad guys jump me in the ring, they're not going to come out to their music to give it away, because why wouldn't I turn around and be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, stop them from coming in the ring. I just want to focus on my stuff and just have it make sense. You know what I mean? I think when you get back to that, when you get away from, like, oh, here's this video or like this weird, creepy backstage interview, I want to make it more sports-based, sports-oriented. When Anthony Rizzo hits a walk-off home run in the 9th inning, and field reporters on the field to be like, Anthony Rizzo, you just hit a walk-off home run in the 9th inning. How do you feel? Like, he doesn't wait for his music to play and show up with his own microphone. He just like walks on and they have a conversation. You know? And like, I want to bring it back to that, like almost studio wrestling, just like on a much bigger scale. I could talk about the talent. Oh, we have better talent, but I think the culture of wrestling now is like, there's people in WWE that want to see AEW succeed, and there's AEW wrestlers that are friends with WWE wrestlers. And Vince always fostered this culture where he wanted everybody at their throat. He wanted people stepping on your neck to get to where you are and ahead of you and all that other stuff. And now I think there's wrestlers on both sides who are like, whatever, let's all go get pancakes.
Right, right. Yeah. I agree with you that the real, when you can get wrestling to that point where it's real and everything feels real, except you obviously know the match. It really gets to a higher level where it's so enjoyable for the fan. And what you're saying, like you're watching it and it just feels a lot more authentic and real, and it doesn't feel like someone was just like concocting all these things backstage that then you go and read your line. Like, that is a beautiful place that it can get to.
Yes, absolutely. And you do that by giving talent freedom and not scripting everything, And if you have writers writing, be like if you had to do your show every day and there was 5 people that handed you a script and you have to read this stuff exactly. Oh, really? Yeah, but you have your own voice.
Yeah.
Right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, maybe
you're right.
maybe you don't. Okay.
We can barely
I don't
read.
know the politics of Barstool, apparently. I don't know. No, but it's just, like how can you put yourself in the shoes of somebody if you've never been in those situations? Right. And every individual winds up sounding exactly the same because stuff's coming from one person.
It gets formulaic where it's like, you're going to be the heel, you're going to be the face. This is the type of thing that the heel would say in this situation. Yeah. It sounds like more like that person's voice than the character that you guys are doing.
Yeah, and it all gets muddied and it gets lost, So
is it, like, coming back into the ring, are there any things like physically that you feel, any limitations that you have, or do you feel like you can do everything that you did, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
I think I can do everything I did 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever it is, just maybe slower. I was never a guy who did wacky moves and like crazy shit occasionally. Like I don't know why I got roped into doing an elbow drop off the top rope to the floor through a table. Like that shit was a little above my pay grade. So I don't think you're going to be seeing that. But I think my style of wrestling was always more storytelling oriented. You know what I mean? So I think I can do that until the wheels come off, like Terry Funk,
Yeah. So speaking of storytelling, I know that I think I've seen you tweet about the Dark Side of the Ring. I love watching those.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll ever have your story on Dark Side of the Ring? Maybe your exit? For people who don't know, Vice has Dark Side of the Ring. I would highly, highly recommend it. It's wrestling history, but the stuff that they don't really want to talk about publicly. There's an entire thing about Owen Hart. There's Chris Benoit. There's a lot of stories.
I think my story's got a happy ending.
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say
what
you're
I
not
mean?
in that
So,
camp, but there's a bunch of different stories throughout wrestling history that don't get talked about a lot. But do you think that anything from the CM Punk career would maybe be in Dark Side of the Ring?
I think it could make an interesting episode of Dark Side of the Ring, and I love that show, and I love both those guys. But like I said, I don't know. I've told my story. It made WWE file a Fugazi lawsuit against me, and like I won that lawsuit because everything I said was true. And it's not when I'm doing the media, this isn't ever hey, let's shit on WWE. This is my fucking story.
Right.
It's like Bryan Danielson. He worked there. He just put out a Grantland piece about thanking WWE. And I think that's amazing. And there's a part of me that, wishes I could do that. But me and him had two completely different experiences there. And that's okay. So me just telling my story about my past history and things that happened to me, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like, so, I just don't know if Dark Side of the Ring, I don't know if that's the place to tell the story. You know? I'd be open to it though. But I think the story's kind of been told ad nauseum, and there's people out there that they already have their narrative of like, well, I didn't like, come on, be a professional.
Devil just.
I think there's people that are like, I don't like Phil, so he's a quitter. And then there's people that listen to the story and be like, no, wait a second. Like, like dude got fired.
Right.
He didn't quit. Yeah, it's whatever.
What's your favorite one? Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh God. They're all so good, honestly.
I love the King of the Ring one.
The Brawl for All
Brawl
one?
for All,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. The last one they did, Plane Ride from Hell. Fucking fantastic.
I haven't watched that yet, but
you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that shit.
Yes.
The best part about that is they call that one the Plane Ride from Hell. Like they could do a 12 episode series called The Plane Rides from Hell,
with
like
Ric
plural.
Flair. Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on at least 3 flights that were just like that.
Really?
That the only reason people talk about that Plane Ride from Hell is because people got fired. And that made people dig into it. Oh, why'd Scott Hall get fired? Oh, why'd Mr. Perfect get fired? Oh, well, this is why. I've been on at least 3. I was on the last charter flight where they were literally like, "That's it, no more charters, guys.
Wow.
That's it. You done fucked it up." And the boys always fuck it up for the boys. And that was the last straw.
Wow.
Coming back from Europe, they were like, "No more charters. That's it."
Like
That's
the Wolf of Wall
crazy.
Street type flight.
Yeah,
You see that movie?
100%.
Yeah.
No, 100%. 100%. People wouldn't believe the stories I would tell about people. They wouldn't believe it.
What was crazy about that one, I saw obviously people talking about it on Twitter, but ESPN did a 30 for 30 about Ric Flair that they kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
So it was weird that I guess that's kind of the beauty of Dark Side of the Ring, that they talk about it in a real way.
Yeah.
And not, gloss over things.
Yeah, they don't. Facts don't give a shit about your feelings.
Right.
Like I understand that
That's a good quote.
you watch these people on television and you're like, oh, that guy's fucking awesome, and it's just like, nope.
Yep. Yep.
Sorry if that offends you.
Yeah. So wait, what happened on one of those flights?
I could tell you a million stories,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be that Phil's bitter guy, and
You don't need to tell
it is what
million,
it is.
But just one would be good.
The most
Just
boring one.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll turn the mics off.
I won't. Well,
Mics
I'm
are-
not.
mics
So
are off.
I won't. I'm not naming any names. There was one flight where I personally slapped somebody in the face, choked somebody because of what they did to a female I was with at the time, while simultaneously a female was in a bathroom with two dudes, while I watched two guys force somebody to chug a fifth of Jack Daniels.
Jesus.
Like they were trying to murder people,
right?
Like, you know, like not like gun to your head, like give me your wallet, but they were like, they were all those dudes, all that bullshit. I'm a top guy. I'm a made man. This is like the mob, all that fucking corny ass horse shit. Like I dealt with it, and I dealt with it firsthand. And I'm the only dude who's ever. I'm straight edge. So I was a target.
And you remember it.
I was a huge
Right.
fucking target. And I remembered everything everybody ever fucking did or said to me. So you wonder why people say, oh yeah, Phil was hard to deal with? It's because I fucking have a memory like an elephant.
Yeah.
And I remember. So when I became a top guy and all of a sudden they were like, oh, you're one of us, brother. I was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys are walking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
being sober and hanging out with drunk people,
It's not fun.
you realize just what a piece of shit everybody is.
Yeah.
Well, I did. And, you know, and wrestling fans out there, you know, again, I know you don't like hearing these stories from me, but I lived it, you know, so you wouldn't have fucking lasted one layover.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy your time in the WWE?
I did and I didn't. Being in AEW is very eye-opening.
Right. You don't know
So
what you have.
there's a
until-
group of us that used to work in WWE, and when we're all kind of gathered around, it winds up turning into what feels like an AA meeting.
Yeah.
Where like everybody's kind of just like speaking their truth, and it is what it is. It makes it's a release. You're with people who can share these experiences. Because I've had experiences that like you wouldn't believe. You couldn't tell people, and they it's hard to talk to people who just cannot relate to these situations. You know, it'd be like the '86 Mets trying to talk to like a little league team,
Right.
You know, it'd be
Right.
I would actually love to see that.
you know, but you know what I
That'd be
mean.
incredible.
The little league team would
Yeah.
be like,
Huh?
What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
no, it's like we just do this for fun, and you know.
Well, I can appreciate that because there are times when we will talk to other podcast. I mean, this is very different, but somewhat similar. Where you talk to other podcasters or people in the media, and if you do it for like an hour, you're like, wow, we sound so pretentious that we're complaining about this shit. But it is nice to talk to people in your field and be like, yeah, you know what, that did suck, or that is weird.
Yeah, but being backstage, I said this to Renee. I was like, look, WWE was great. Made a bunch of money. I met my wife. I was doing what I wanted to do, I guess. But being at AEW, and the business has changed so much, obviously, that there's no Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I was on the road that many days a week for 10 years.
Right.
And then realizing now that I'll do 1 week of TV, and then maybe we'll record Rampage after Dynamite, and then it'll air taped on Friday. Like, travel's different, everything's different, but I also am just like, I don't remember ever having this much fun at WWE, because you were just always nervous, job scared. Oh, I'm going to get heat. Like if I don't shake everybody's hand and, you know, like, I don't know, bow and say, like there was a culture and rules in place to just make everybody feel like a piece of shit and unwanted, and you know, like it was hard to break through, you know, and just, you know, I broke through. I'm the exception to the rule, you know, and everyone says, oh, the place is better now. And maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not fucking there, but I know AEW is better. And I literally am just like, man, I've never had so much fun. Like,
And that,
you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it on my face when I walk out. It's just different. People are singing my song. I'm stage diving. Everybody in that audience who bought a ticket is happy to be there. They're having fun. It's a completely different environment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, we talked to Tony Khan. I could sense that that's how he kind of operates, that it's more collaboration, more people have the freedom to do what they want. And if you're having fun, I feel like the fans will have more fun. That's just always a rule in all entertainment. That fans are smart. They know if you're into something or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
He seems like a guy that is very much like his managerial style is find talented people and then let them do whatever it is they're best at.
Yeah.
Unless you're Tim Tebow, where it's like, play tight end, sure, Tim, give it a shot.
Nobody's trying to clip anybody else's wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Whereas, maybe in some other places you work,
Right.
you get people who are in a managerial position who are just like, nope, not that guy.
Yeah.
Nope. And it's just crazy. I think majority of the people at AEW kind of just want to have fun, and I understand the perspective of like, nope, this is a business. We got to make money. We got to do this, but that can absolutely stamp out your passion for something.
Yeah.
Did you sneak into Riot Fest?
I was helped. I was helped out. I don't want to make too many comments about that because there's still litigation going on between myself and Riot Fest. So.
Which, if you were to have snuck in, which night would you have gone? Because I was looking at the schedule. Saturday looked
Friday,
awesome.
Saturday, and Sunday. I think
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah. All of them?
Somewhere in there.
allegedly.
What was the best night? I missed
If
Riot
you were
Fest.
there.
So, allegedly, Living Color was really good. They played a really good set. Allegedly, Rancid, who's always good. Like those guys, I've never seen them do a bad show.
Tim Armstrong guitar right there.
And then allegedly, Anthrax.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That would allegedly make sense.
was very, very good.
Allegedly, how were the Boss Tones?
Allegedly, I missed them. I'm sorry.
They're reports that they're my favorite band.
Yeah, I think they were right before Rancid.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. We're happy you're back. It feels very different than 2 years ago, but it's just great to see you back out there. I don't know. I was going to ask a Blackhawks question, but I don't know if they'll ever be good again. Maybe this year.
You don't think they'll be good this
No,
year?
I actually think
you don't
this
think with
year-
Seth Jones and
This year they're
us
bounced
getting
back.
Marc-Andre Fury for absolutely nothing?
And the fact that
Absolutely nothing?
well, when it's like 50-50 if he's going to retire or not, probably makes sense to absolutely nothing. So I'm happy he bought in. So yeah, I think they'll be back in the playoffs this year. Let's say that.
No,
Why not?
We'll find out.
Yeah. But thank you. We appreciate it, man.
No problem. I look forward to everybody being at Arthur Ashe Stadium, 20,000 people. Man, when's the last time a wrestling program did 20,000 people in New York City?
I don't know.
Man.
Long ass time.
Yeah, long ass time.
Yeah. Long ass time.
Long ass time. Sorry, I just like to pat ourselves on the back a little bit. It's cool.
Love it. Thanks, man.
Thank you. CM Punk was brought to you by ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. And if you're looking for a job, you know how stressful it can be. I remember the last time I was unemployed. I was on the market. I was trying to find money to put in my pocket to float me through the month. And you waste a lot of time searching for jobs on the internet. You fall into some scam emails. You fall for all sorts of jobs that you don't end up wanting to take. But you're looking, and it takes a lot of time out of your day. You can feel lost in the shuffle of applicants. Searching for a job can feel like a full-time job. So you get stressed out. Your eyes burn from staring at job listings. It takes the patience of a saint to fill out every job application. But with ZipRecruiter, they know that the general experience of looking for a job is pretty sucky, so they figured out a way to make it unsucky. When you sign up on ZipRecruiter.com/easy, you can create a free profile. Then you get matched to great jobs, plus a lot more. ZipRecruiter proactively pitches your profile to employers whose jobs match your experience. Unlike with other job sites, if an actual person from the company really likes what they see, they personally invite you to apply for their job. According to 10,000 plus logged-in ZipRecruiter users who reported being hired through ZipRecruiter during September and October of 2020, candidates who are invited to apply are nearly 3 times as likely to get hired. If you like the job, you can apply to it with just one click. It's very easy. They're the #1 job site in the United States. You know that. Sign up for free. ZipRecruiter.com/easy. Experience the better way to find a job. Once again, ZipRecruiter.com/easy right now to sign up absolutely free and put ZipRecruiter to work for you.
All right, let's wrap up. We got Firefest of the week, and then we'll send everyone on their way for a great football weekend.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out me for I almost did a to Hank the other day.
You didn't
Didn't do it. He came in and he was drinking a protein shake that he had made like in like a magic bullet, and I watched him like mix it, and I almost said, you want to drink a protein shake? I stopped, and I didn't do it. And it was a very funny moment between us.
Credit to you. I appreciated that.
You look good though, Hank.
Thanks.
I think we should
won't
spend
comment.
more time building each other up and less time tearing each other down on this podcast.
won't
I agree.
comment.
This is
You look good enough to
This
fuck
already
this
happened,
weekend,
but I
Hank.
was super nice to you earlier about your eyes, so credit to me. My Firefest of the week is I moved in July. I ordered a couch in July. It said it was going to be delivered late August. I knew shit's crazy with COVID. Paid for it all, and then about 2 weeks later, they got an email. It was like, it's actually delayed till late September. And I already paid for it, so I was like, whatever. It's now late September, and they're not even answering my emails.
Oh, that's tough.
So
Damn.
they
Are they
never
still in
gave me an
business?
update. Yeah, it's
Truly a Firefest.
it's an actual Firefest. It's a
Right.
real Firefest week. It just kind of dawned on me because I was like, wait, where's this couch? It's late September. Maggie, hit him up. No email back yet.
Her name was Maggie?
No, there's a wake up Maggie.
No, I know.
Or wake up, Maggie. I think I got something
yeah.
to say to you. Yeah, got it.
Her
Rod
name's
Stewart.
Crate and Barrel, but
Oh wow, she's a
fuck
bitch.
'em.
Crate and Barrel. She's a fucking thought.
Yeah. That was real anger from Billy.
I feel like COVID is just for a lot of businesses. It's become one of those things that you can just say like, get out of jail free. Like,
Yes.
oh yeah, your couch. We don't have your couch because COVID. Mm-hmm. And then what can you say back to that?
right. So
You sound insensitive if you complain.
we'll see what happens. Hopefully next week I have a better update.
So what are
Yes.
you sitting on?
I have a giant beanbag in my living room.
That's
It's,
cool.
it's pretty empty. I have another room where I watch like games and stuff, the 3 TV room. My living room is just pretty empty. I don't really spend much time in there, but if I have guests over or anything, it's like you'd walk in and just nothing. Like it's good to just have a couch.
Yeah.
And I paid for it, so I'm like, what the fuck?
I love Hank's setup at his apartment because he has a living room which is where one would traditionally keep the 3 televisions to watch games and things like that. But Hank made that his office. And so your living room is just going to be like a bigger, less cool version of your real TV room.
Well, you can attest. I mean, it's one of those things where in the past I had one room and I had 3 TVs, and people come in, they're like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's like, hey,
It's awesome.
It's my job.
Right, but it's better to just have it in a room. You can close the door.
Got it.
Rest of the apartment looks normal,
Got it.
except unless you don't have a couch.
Unless
Yeah.
you don't have a couch. Fuck Crate and Barrel. PFT.
Yeah, my Firefest of the week is that I switched over to pants this week.
Oh.
It's tough. It's tough. It was a good summer. We had a good run while it lasted. I think most of us wore shorts every single day after March.
Not me.
It's always bittersweet switching over to pants. It like mentally prepares me for the fact that the next 6 months are going to suck.
yeah.
And I tried hanging on. I'm always the guy that there will be one day where it's like 61 degrees out. And if you're a bigger guy, you can still get away with wearing shorts into work
That is true.
that day. But as a smaller gentleman like myself, it really stands out if you're out there in public wearing shorts and a long sleeve shirt or a sweatshirt when the temperature is like barely cracking 60.
Yep.
And I just figured, it's time. I held on for as long as I could. But yeah, it's always a tough week mentally for me when I have to just accept my fate. That
It's
I'm gonna be cold.
that and the clock's changing this Sunday.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
fucking worst.
That's one that's always a tough pill to swallow.
yeah. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Turning the fan off.
Turning the fan off.
The fan's been on for several months, and I just shut
Turn
it
the
off.
fan off.
But I do get to wear the Muggsy Clutch jeans, so that's
There we
nice.
go. Billy, what's yours?
I've been breaking out for some reason recently.
Pimples?
Yeah, pimples on my forehead. I think it's because the sun has
This
finally
is gonna
gotten
be
to the
good.
point.
Yeah.
No, this is like so like the sun has gotten to a place in the sky where it shines through my window and hits me in the eyes
Noon.
in the
They
morning.
call that noon. Yeah.
No. It's
You
like
have blinds?
You came to the office.
no,
at
it's
1.
like on the.
Yeah.
It's like autumn now. So
You don't
the
have
sun-
blinds?
I don't. So then I put a pillow
God.
over my head,
Yeah.
and then
And you don't wash your
sweat,
pillowcases?
and then I get acne.
That's
Do you
how
wash your pillowcases?
I try.
Well, you said your laundry was done during Fuckboys. Is your pillowcase in that laundry?
Okay, my sheets are fairly clean, so yeah.
fairly clean. That means what?
I don't wash. How many times do you wash your sheets a week?
This is one of those things that Twitter gets mad about once every like 3 months. Is like,
Yeah.
oh my god, white people never wash their sheets, which is kind of. I think that might be a true stereotype.
I mean, I'm scared to answer because I thought I washed my sheets
Uh-oh.
regularly, but I once every couple weeks.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
good.
think that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What about you, Billy?
like once a month.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
For your age, that's appropriate.
Yeah, you're way
Yeah.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Jake.
Wait. Before Jake, I don't think we should overlook the fact that Billy said that he's getting pimples because the sun is coming through his window at a different angle.
No, because then I
point
put
that
the
out.
pillow.
Why don't you get a? Why
I
don't you
put the
get a
pillow on my head.
face mask?
Because think about it, the sun moves in the sky throughout the year,
Yeah.
right? But like not day to day, like technically, like
Yeah.
the sun at 12 o'clock in January is in a different place than the sun at 12 o'clock
Wait,
in
what?
October.
Yeah, that's true, technically.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So now there's like buildings that
I don't
were
think
in
you
the
understand
way.
that Big Cat said that you could just like put something over your face.
Yeah, like a face mask that they sell.
Yeah, you
Right,
love
but
face
that's
masks.
what's
You're a
give,
big
no,
lip.
that's what I'm saying. That's why they give me the acne.
the acne is because you're putting your sweaty, gross pillow on your forehead.
Right, but the face masks will do the same thing.
No, it's over your eyes, not your forehead.
But no, it's like right here.
Okay, here's a crazy thought. You should maybe turn over onto your other side, looking away from the window.
I can't sleep facing down. My
or
nose
get
doesn't work.
blinds. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Get blinds.
Who the hell buys blinds?
I don't know.
What?
Do you expect me really to go into like a Crate and Barrel and buy blinds?
Well, not now
Not
after
Crate and
we're
Barrel.
boycotting it, but you could also
Yeah.
just like TaskRabbit it.
What's TaskRabbit?
Someone will come and install blinds for you.
You
for
should-
$50.
You should tell Mincy to do it as a workout.
You have to have blinds in your bedroom. That's crazy.
Also, Billy,
I have one window.
It's a perfect
Just
time.
get one of those the shower curtain that extends and buy a little like curtain thing.
Yeah, put a blanket over it.
It's a perfect time for you to do steroids. If you're breaking out already,
Yeah.
you might as well just
And
juice
just
up.
blame it on the sun.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
You have been
Blame it on the
bulking up.
sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
I've
sun's
never done
fault.
steroids. It's just a fun hobby to research.
Okay, yeah. One of those things. Jake.
So all week I've had this mysterious bug bite
Oh, yeah.
on my wrist.
Oh my
Billy's
God.
Probably
Billy's
the sun.
diagnosed it like 3 times. I don't know if I'm turning into Spider-Man or if it's just a rash.
Billy's diagnosed it 3 times.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on, but it's not going away.
When'd you get it?
About a week ago.
Week ago.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty nasty.
That's-
Billy said it was. I don't even know what he said it was.
Scabies.
Yeah.
Jake, we need to get you on ivermectin.
Don't even know what that is.
Ivermectin is
The good stuff.
the best drug in the entire world
Mm.
for scabies.
I'll pass.
Yes.
I'll ride this one out.
All right, I got a quick real Firefest. Obviously, we talk about our lives sometimes, not all the time, but this one I obviously need to talk about because Stella, who everyone knows, who has been with me for a decade, who's been with me for all Barstool. People watched her in the background of KFC Radio 8-9 years ago. She was on this show. She was on Cat Cave Derby. So she has chronic kidney disease, got diagnosed on Wednesday. It sucks. That is terminal. The vet told us that it is most likely months, probably not a year that we have left with her. So I wanted to tell people because I didn't want people to be like, one day it's going to probably take a really bad turn for the worse. And that's unfortunately the genetic chronic kidney disease. The vet was basically like, one day it's going to be really bad and it's probably going to be over. So sucks a lot, but going to make sure that the end of her life is as good as possible. If any vets out there have treats, I need to find treats that are good for her kidneys. Much appreciated any tips, but yeah, love Stella. She's the best. And yeah, so I want to tell everyone because that's what's going on in my life. And it sucks. It's a real Firefest and dogs are the best. And she's had an awesome life. And I'm hoping it's a year, but it's probably not going to be. I'm prepared for it to be a lot less. And, but she's going to be comfortable and happy on the way out. Right now, the weirdest part about the whole thing is she's like totally normal. She's drinking a lot more, which is a sign of the kidney failure, but she has the same energy. So hopefully she keeps the same energy as long as possible and some more memories. But yeah, it sucks.
She's been a really lucky dog.
Yes.
And I know you'll take good care of her
Yeah.
and she'll be very comfortable.
Yes.
It is just a shitty situation.
It sucks. Everyone's gone through it. And so, but
give her boops for us.
Yeah, but it's I know that people obviously know her through the various content through the years. She's literally been with me from before Barstool, so she's been every moment of Barstool. And back in the day when it was just me sitting in an apartment in Chicago blogging, she was just sitting next to me all day. So It sucks, but yeah, that's just needed to say that. All right.
Hope you get another year with her.
Yep.
Stella strong.
Yep. Okay. Let's do numbers and then send everyone on their way for a great football weekend. 97.
Give me an 8.
6.
69.
98.
18.
All dogs go to heaven.
That's a fact.
True.
50.
That would have been highly inappropriate if 69 had hit and Billy had just started celebrating.
Okay,
Just-
that's freaky. So, all right, so full disclosure, I already did the whole Stella
Wait,
speech.
what?
Fuck. What
That's
the
crazy.
fuck is going on?
So I did the whole Stella speech earlier in the day for my Firefest, and I broke down and started crying. So I redid it because I wanted to actually explain what's going on. The first time, I literally couldn't get it out, so it was like people probably thought that she was, she was gonna die tomorrow. So I redid it. It's night. The first time we did numbers, it was 50. The second time, it was 50. That's fucking freaky.
That's crazy.
Hopefully, that means she lives for another year.
Love you guys.
That's nuts.
Oh my! I was about to edit the sheet.
That's wild.
Edit it.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Yeah.
You can
That is wild.